Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, post-nasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
Can I help you? Yes, I have Amazon Prime and I'd like my free sub, please. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You take your Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account, then you get one free subscription to your favorite Twitch channel, like a grown man record night. I like it at Mikey Bananas. He a funny guy and a good looking too. Jay, not so much. Oh, I understand. How about some free soup then? Link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account and subscribe to Grown Men Record Night for free. You gain access to sub badges and exclusive chat emotes. Boom. Here we are. Sure. Shirley. Okay.
It's a minute and a half late.
What's that? What's that late? Ow! God damn.
You hit to the
I know.
left a little bit.
I got my,
yeah, same here.
what do you call that? The paw? Is that the paw of your
I
hand?
think the meat.
That's
11-11. Are you into numbers?
Well,
You're
yeah.
exactly where you're supposed to be.
That's right.
That used to be my thing. 11's my
I'm
number.
locked in, according to that video graphic.
I can make myself look way too much like that guy for my
I know you
pleasure.
can.
Yeah,
I know
I don't
you can.
care for it.
To me, he looks like Jonathan Leonard.
Yeah, sure. Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. Appreciate everybody joining us. Had a nice big group of crowd people over on the Twitch side of things tonight, where we play. It was a very special program show tonight. We really honed in on a certain thing. It was. What are we doing?
I can't
You
do
can't
that.
do it?
I know,
I
I
could put
can't
something
do
else on.
Well, I can't.
You just cut it off?
Yeah, I can't sit here and see us a minute and a half ago.
No, so you can see comments and shit. You know,
I can see comments right here.
Okay, well, sometimes people have trouble seeing.
I'm not.
Jay's got poor vision.
Do you want me to turn that back on?
I've got poor vision.
Poor
That's
vision.
all
But I'll turn it back on, but you got to put something different on. I
Okay,
can't sit here and see that shot
Sure.
here 2 minutes ago.
So we have it's called an off-air monitor, but yeah.
It'd be a monitor if it was hardwired. But
It's
not
off-air.
going.
It's off-air.
Well, it'd be a monitor if it was hardwired.
Captain Carburetor is complex.
That's true.
So yeah.
Sometimes things
So-
happen in my life, and I have to talk about it.
So we got Captain Carburetor in the house, the cameraman tonight for the show program.
It was an unfortunate.
You had to come up here
appearance.
for a funeral.
No, it was just unfortunate that I showed up.
Oh. Yeah, you came up. I was in the fucking grocery store.
That was fun.
Let's address that for a moment.
Yeah.
I was in the fucking grocery store doing my Friday.
Doing his lonely old man Friday night grocery shopping.
We can call it that. I mean, we can definitely.
I do lonely old man Saturday afternoon grocery shopping. So
yeah,
I can't really.
Although they were out of feed for the pigeons, so I can go to the park, but I'll go back and do that some other time. It's not a big deal.
No, dude, seriously, have you tried feeding the pigeon cat turds?
No,
It works.
I do other things with my cat turds.
Okay.
I can't get into a whole thing about it, but it's I've got a plan. I mean, it's a 3-part plan. It takes a little bit of getting into.
The pigeons have a plan.
I don't know that we have the time tonight because we got a big show ahead of us.
We got all the time in the world.
Unfortunately, one of our big record stores around here closed down, so we did a little tribute tonight on that front. We got Zonkman came in with some fucking bananas, fucking crazy soda pops. Chip wise, I think we're probably going back to the fucking Jackson's box. God bless them.
God damn it.
These guys.
I had some chips I was going to bring.
Okay.
The Eclipse chips. Remember I told you about the Eclipse chips? They're still in my cupboard.
Did you buy them from the Eclipse?
I just rediscovered them this past weekend.
You went to the Eclipse.
I went to the Eclipse
like out
in
west.
April of 2024.
So you traveled.
Went to Indiana.
Yeah.
And the morning of the eclipse, we showed up in this little town, Vincennes, Indiana, right on the...
Anybody live there in the community or close?
Yeah, right on the Wabash River.
The Wabash Cannonball.
Which is the namesake for that song. The Wabash was a rail line that ran down that river. Anyway, we stopped...
You're going to get all the fucking rail fans riled up.
We stopped in a little convenience store that morning. I bought a bag of one of the local...
tampons.
Chips.
Ah.
Yeah. I bought it as a snack, but then we didn't eat it that day, and I was like, fuck, I'll bring this back for chip chat, for Eclipse chips. Anyway, they're still in
there. What
up,
DJ Trish? Hey, look, Trish, we got the cameraman back.
Hey, Trish. What camera am I looking at? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Trish.
Were there any, what was the Eclipse like? Were there a lot of, were there a lot of people like where you were?
There were, but we were in a nice big municipal park, so we were all spread out. Me and Dave set up our little spot. No other group of people were closer than at least, let's say, 15, 20 meters.
Is prostitution legal in Indiana?
I don't know. It is in Nevada.
How about Louisiana? Because I know Mardi Gras is getting ready to go on.
I doubt it.
No? Because I know this one guy who's going down to, is a local radio celebrity. We won't get into names. But
he has no idea what he's about to get into.
Headed down for Mardi Gras, and a friend of mine that I know had spoken to him, was telling him about things you may experience down there and whatnot. And
it's not going to go good for him.
No.
I hope it does, but it's not.
But ended up, this one guy went down there and actually pulled, because there's a lot of like sketchy like prostitutes and shit down there, you know. But this guy pulled the ultimate Uno reverse card when he got with a prostitute, and dude was a leper. So after he got done fucking her, he said,
"It's a fucking joke's coming." Punchline, please.
Keep the tip. Because he's a leper.
Yeah.
Seeing the end of
You're
his...
pretty good about making it seem like I'm telling you something for real.
But see the end of his
That's
dick
what makes
fell
the joke
off.
so funny.
No, what makes it funny is the end of his dick fell off.
Yeah, well...
Inside of the woman.
Yeah. Have you ever had parties...
You gotta go to the hospital.
You ever had party your dick fall off? I haven't. I don't imagine I'd enjoy it, but I've been to Mardi Gras.
See, now I don't even want to do the other one now.
I know.
I don't even want to do I got another one. I don't know if I want to do it.
You know what? Let me get aloof again, and then you can start.
Okay.
Hey.
No.
What's going on, Grown Man Record Night, Mike?
This girl at the TV station I work at, she was talking about her sister.
What, is this a real story or is this a joke? Okay, her sister.
She's talking about her sister having a baby. Mm-hmm. And she was really upset with the hospital because when she came in, they
didn't have a neonatal ward?
No, but so the baby comes out and shit. She has the birth. Is that what you call it? The birth? She births the kid?
Or the afterbirth.
Sure. And then all of a sudden the doctor takes the baby and like just starts slinging it around the room and like all this stuff, and she starts freaking out and shit. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Why the fuck would you do it?" And she's screaming and hollering, and the I said, I don't want to
The
do this.
punchline.
I don't want to do this.
No, do it.
I don't want to do
It's
this.
too late.
right now.
You've already started.
The doctor says, "Calm down. It was dead already." Who's an Aboriginal American?
Hiawatha.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a whelp. That's a whelp. I'm sorry. I'll do better next time, folks. I'm working on it.
Don't you have a whelp graphic?
I do have a whelp graphic. I'm working on some personal issues. That's why some of this is coming out in some of the joke writing. I feel personally. I feel some of my personal struggles are coming out in the joke writing. I'm not saying it's suffering. I'm just saying it's taking a little bit of a tinge. There's a tinge to the last several weeks worth of jokes. There's been a tinge.
Yeah.
Again, it's a personal
As there
thing.
should be. Jokes should have a tinge.
Yeah, sure. I'm something I'm trying to work through.
Dare we say they might even be offensive every now and then.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, we got cameramen in the house tonight. What brings you up to this part of the Piedmont Triad this week?
Just coming
And-
to visit my folks.
May Perron.
Mm-hmm.
May Perron.
I think so.
Wow. Do I have a zit starting underneath a mustache?
Oh, maybe I get those sometimes.
Oh, that hurts. There could be something stuck in there.
It's probably an ingrown hair.
Yeah. Ingrown Harry Dean Stanton.
Rest in peace. No, thank you. No, thank you. They make me hiccup.
Sure. There's nothing wrong with hiccuping. They can
It's
be
unpleasant.
That can be fun sometimes.
It's mostly
Reginald
unpleasant.
Denny.
Mostly unpleasant for me.
Yeah, what we were talking about? What else has been going on this week? I don't know. I hit balls for
Oh.
the first time. That's a fucking Sunday show.
I see you talking about it. What's going on this week? Bought some concert tickets.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of interested in this, honestly.
I think you should go.
I would. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, I'm texting Dave right now. No, actually, I'll just.
No.
I always make.
Well,
him-
that actually that leads me into the very first thing for this for the show
segment.
That's a perfect segue, and we didn't plan this, but let me go. I'll do this like right off the fucking rip or something. Before I even get into like the big deal about this, the show tonight's got a big deal. We got a whole big deal worked out.
Oh wait.
But look, this right off the rip, Stereo Lab is going to actually be touring starting this spring. They're going to have a run of dates in North America and Europe. It's going to run all the way through the end of the year. It's going to be a European stint that runs through June before heading to North America in September, October, and November, returning to the United Kingdom in December. They've not released a studio. I love this comment here. While Stereolab haven't released a studio album since 2010, they've spent the ensuing years becoming one of the most prolific reissuers of their era. They take a lot of pride in the reissues of their library that they put out, and they do it right. I really appreciate that.
Unfortunately, Mary Hanson's not going to be present.
Sure.
She got hit by a driver while she was riding her bike
Yeah.
a number of years ago.
On the the Autobahn. I just wanted to do that. I just
prob-
wanted to
She was
do
probably
that.
thinking that. If
You know, skinny artist, what it is.
If Kraftwerk was not a major influence of theirs, then I'll eat the
But
dog.
to that point, they have also announced a new set of reissues of 7 albums, a lot of which I saw came out today. I didn't really put it in the rundown because we're already doing a big Stereo Lab bit here. So I figured we could kind of skip that.
Do you have any?
No. Now in double disc form rather than the earlier triple disc editions, so that they could put a little bit of a cheaper price tag on that. Fucking high fives all the way around.
I'd rather have the full fidelity 3 discs.
I mean, but at some point, man, I've got some of those. Like one of my my Radiohead OK Computer. It's like 45 mastered, and it's on like fucking 4 disc, and you listen to like 45 seconds of music, and you're standing up and switching the record over. At some point, I'm like, yeah, man, all right. There's got to be a middle point of this, right?
Sure.
But yeah, excited that. So what you were saying is they're actually coming around here at a very
About 40 minutes down the road and near Burlington.
coming.
Hall River Ballroom, evidently. Saxopa Hall.
And I've been in there.
Why is it not Hall River, though? Saxopa Hall is a different city than Hall River.
Yeah, it's still Hall River. It's on the river. It's on Hall River, but it's not.
But
It's
there's
not
a-
in the Hall River town limits proper.
Oh, okay.
But you would still consider it Hall River.
Okay, yeah.
Like you could call this the Yadkin River Cafe. You know, probably that'd be dumb. Deep River
Deep
Cafe.
River, yeah.
Sure.
You mean that Mary's up the road, up Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richland Creek. I always said that's the creek I grew up playing in, like down by my house.
The one we
That's-
camp next to.
Yeah, that's the Richland Creek. So I said if I ever started a bluegrass band, I would be the Richland Creek Boys. Yeah, but I never. Nobody ever knew what it was called when we were
No, we
growing
didn't.
up. We didn't know what it was called.
We also didn't realize it was the source of the Deep River,
Geography,
Which
Gro-
feeds-
Man Record Night.
which
Yeah,
feeds eventually into the Cape Fear River.
I've seen the Medzingers open for propaganda. Holy shit! Wait, what were we saying? Somebody, make sure you see them. Oh, Shane is saying Mezzinger's open for them. Oh wait, what are you talking about? Sorry, I'm missing.
What are you?
Going to see Dropkick Murphy. What up, Kurt? Curtis Simpson up in this mug.
I've seen
Yeah. To that point, he
I've seen
said
the Murphys a few times. That's a great show.
Kurt mentioned Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang's embarking on their last tour ever. They say it's going to be the fucking
Yeah,
final
I just
shebang,
heard
man.
that like yesterday.
Matter of fact, I got a little blurb written down about it.
You should talk about them.
Imagine.
You should talk about them.
Nearly 33 years after forming Wu-Tang Clan. That is insane fucking comms right there. 33 years we're talking? That's crazy.
There are
They've announced the start of the final tour. Wu-Tang Forever, the final chapter, takes place this summer at arenas and amphitheaters all over the country. And even better, Run the Jewels is fucking opening the fucking show. That's a fucking banger right there.
Unfortunately, though, Wu-Tang will not be the original lineup. Same as
Well,
Stereo Lab.
I mean, you know,
It
yeah.
won't be the original lineup.
But I was lucky enough to see Wu-Tang back when they were touring with Rage
never
Against the
seen 'em.
Machine.
With Rage?
Yeah, 1997. I was with Nice Guy Timmy and some other motherfuckers, and
Timmy is a nice guy.
we were down in Charlotte, and yeah, it was one of my better. I mean, the fidelity out there is like, I mean, it was terrible. But seeing Wu-Tang up on a stage, that's a great thing about a rap show. It doesn't have to sound good.
Yeah.
If a rock band
That's
sounds,
a stadium show, right?
yeah, it was like a lawn, like an outdoor show.
I saw James and Nine Inch Nails at that same venue.
But if you're,
it's not a good audio.
No, if
venue.
if a rock band sounds bad, that's all you're going to talk about. Dude, they sounded fucking terrible. But if you're into hip hop at all, and the hip hop group gets up there and they just like put on a show and people are fucking wilding out, it's a good show. Nobody says like, well, I don't know, I couldn't really understand the raps they were doing. Like it didn't work that way. It's like, nah, man, motherfuckers was yelling and waving a towel around, and the
Yeah.
whole fucking crowd was pumping. So fuck it.
To
But
be
yeah,
fair,
that shit was a lot
when
of-
you can't hear
Tigers of
Farrell's
Wu-Tang?
lyrics, you don't like. That's not really.
Yeah.
That's not really a thing either.
But yeah, that was a great show, and I remember like
He just went like this. Woo!
they brought Baby Woo out on stage, a little fucking kid that rapped, and at one point, I remember one of the coolest things I've seen at a show. Method Man came out when they started some song, and Method Man like lit up a fucking blunt and was sitting there and was like popping it hard, and everybody's like cheering, and then he goes and just passes it down to the front row and then walks back and so he just passes a blunt around for everybody on the front. That was a fucking,
Mecklenburg Sheriff's Office didn't intervene.
I mean,
There's a story. I was due to see Willie Nelson in Duplin County at this brand new venue they had just opened. Willie Nelson was there. We were all there. There was a delay because he had
Oh, yeah.
arthritis or something.
I remember that,
And
yeah.
he couldn't. he didn't think he was going to be able to play the show. But eventually, like, they came back and they said, okay, it was about 45 minutes after the doors were supposed to open. They said, okay, everybody come on in. We're going to do it. And everybody starts filing in. And then somebody gets on the stage. We're all like, oh, it's about to happen. And we're all, like, happy. And
I forgot you were there.
Yeah. It was
I read about that.
It was like a tour manager or somebody, got up there and said, oh, well, we're really sorry, but the show's not going to go on. Duplin County Sheriff's Office has just detained a couple of members of the band, and now Willie's not going to play.
Yeah.
Because they went onto the fucking tour bus and found marijuana.
At Willie
in
Nelson.
Duplin County, North Carolina. Of course they're going to be like, oh, no, none of that here. And then cost the city.
And of course they were chiefing the fucking
the city
bus
of
off.
Kenansville how much money on lost revenue. And
That's
no other big acts ever went there after. It was just a...
Yeah, in the PR game, that's what you call bad optics. Like,
yeah, hey, I don't care what you smell. Just don't go on the fucking tour bus.
Yeah.
Go check around back to make sure somebody's not around there doing something illegal. If they're not, then go...
Don't walk on the fucking tour bus.
Go direct traffic.
Yeah, exactly. But
Sorry.
yeah,
I just that triggered me.
But I didn't get into, like, we already popped off a couple of news items because it just came up in organic conversation, which I appreciate. That's proper. But here's what the big deal about the show is today. One of our very favorite record stores here locally, Underdog Records, are closing their doors tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the last day for Underdog Records ever. And if you guys have watched this program for any length of time, you know that we talk about Underdog Records all the time. And in the first early days, lots of Underdog Record stuff flooding through the fucking program. I mean, it's been that way forever. He worked at another, Jonathan, who owns Underdog, worked at Earshot, another local spot. It was Record Exchange previous to that. And then he broke off and did his own thing, and we kind of followed him there. And, but yeah, so...
He's still going to maintain an online presence, though, right?
He's going to maintain an online presence, and he's going to sell records as Underdog Records online. He's only going to concentrate on used records. And so went in there today for the very last time and came out with what I would split up over 3 weeks probably on the show. But because it's going to be the last time I ever go to Underdog, I'm doing all of this shit fucking tonight. So dig of the week, lock the fuck in, is all I'm telling you. Lock in. Because I got, and all this shit's marked down. I got 3 records, and I got 20 45s for $21. The new records were half price because he's not going to fuck with new records anymore.
Oh, he still has some?
The 45s were a nickel a piece. And they're all like 45s that most people would
listen to
or at least agree like, oh yeah, that's a good record. So that's coming up. And to that point tonight, for what we played, every single record we played tonight, except for one, and that has a story with it, every single record we play on the program tonight came from Underdog Records as a tribute, as a send-off, as a pat on the old ass, a little bit of an attaboy.
You reckon he's watching?
I told him tonight we're only doing Underdog Records getting played tonight. So
he's aware that you do a show program.
Oh, he's well aware of the show program. Yeah, he's not only. We talked about this a couple of weeks when we announced this last week when we talked about they were going to be closing their doors. And I told Jonathan these very words today. Now, I shook his hand like a grown man does as I'm walking out the door, and I was like,
sometimes you do that.
I was like, man, I appreciate all the records and the recommendations over the years, but I mean the records and shit, that's just a fraction of what all this was about. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's
what do you mean?
Oh, the friendship, and now we're actual friends.
Dare we say the fellowship?
The fellowship.
Fellowship.
Yeah, and the like you can't. You can put a price tag on records and shit like that, but you can't put a price tag on conversations.
And
the amount of conversations I've had with this
talk about all the time during the show. The fellowship. Nobody talks about fellowship.
Oh, we talk
anymore.
about fellowship.
No, but not enough. Nobody talks about it enough anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, fellowship. That's
fellowship.
Part of the Grown Men Record Night. Well, and the ladies ship. What is it called? What's fellowship for females?
I think it's a vagina boat. Nope.
Sound right? That sounds like that 1980s sunscreen.
There was a vagina boat sunscreen in the 80s? Let's hold that phone. we might want to hold that phone.
Since it was 80s, it came with its own comb.
Comb. We called Mark Spain Real Estate because we wanted to sell our home.
Oh, you know what?
Home.
I can't stand his commercials, and part of the reason
Because he looks like a reptile?
I don't know what it looks like because I only hear his commercials on the radio. One of the things that bothers me, he's one of those people that feels like, instead of saying I'm going to a show, he would say I'm going to a show. Mm-hmm. A. Why do you have to enunciate that? A. Who the fuck says
Reptiles.
Hey.
He's a reptile.
We're gonna go to the zoo tomorrow. We might see a monkey.
I would rather say we might see an monkey.
I would too.
Anyway.
So Mark Spain,
No.
maybe he's a good real estate agent.
He's a great advertiser.
Apparently so.
He's a great advertiser, so it doesn't fucking matter.
I might get him to give me one of those no inspection cash offers.
Yeah. I got
No
one.
home showings, no appointments.
I'm
Cash offer. You set the date we close.
I'm more concerned with my home going than my home showing. Remember those commercials where they talk about your going to your home going? I'll have to talk about it off air. It's not an on air situation. Fuck. We also lost this week. Fuck. What am I doing?
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman died. Roberta Flack died, man.
Yeah, that was.
And I didn't realize she was as old as she was, and I didn't realize she had ALS, man. She was 88 years old and had been fucking around with ALS for like quite a while. Didn't play any, even though I probably picked up some Roberta Flack from Underdog. I've got a couple of copies of fucking. If I've got doubles, I'll give you one if it's in good shape. The one that is that her first one? The Les McCann presents Roberta Flack. Mm-hmm. And it's got compared to what on it?
I've got two copies of it.
Different version compared to what?
The two copies I have are probably the two worst, scratched up, horrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're an awful.
I've got a pretty good one,
but the album is freaking wonderful.
Jerry Butler, the Iceman, also passed this week, man.
Gerard Butler,
I remember
the actor.
Scotty sent me in the first VCLT Scotty ever sent. He sent Jerry Butler, the Iceman Cometh. Great record, great soul record.
I'd buy it again.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Now I'm off my kilter over here.
You got something over there talking about the YouTube iceberg?
YouTube iceberg?
Yeah, why are all these videos popping on YouTube about icebergs? They'll say some subject and like the iceberg, which is like the underpart that you don't know about.
Like lettuce?
No, like
No. Not iceberg lettuce.
The John Carpenter iceberg. It's like, here, you know John Carpenter, but you know about the iceberg.
Oh, everything that's underneath the surface. Oh,
yeah,
it's a
there's all these videos.
Term that everybody's using now.
It got so popular, I won't watch a single one of them because I don't want to know what it means.
Didn't the dude from Nectar die? I hope not. We played it earlier, but that was a different story. We'll talk about it coming up.
Ignorance can be bliss.
Here's some of the stuff that came out this week. And got some good fucking wild cards on here. This is a wild card. I'm not gonna throw the graphic. I'll let the cover do its talking. I saw this and it's called Big Muff. And the name of the album's Brigade. And I was like, all right. You know this song, man? You ever heard of Oh, I'm sorry. Big Muff Brigade is the name of the band. It's self-titled. Big Muff Brigade. This is this has got to be the first band we've ever talked about. It's a stoner rock band from Biscaya, which is Basque Country.
France?
Their sound is based off the most rocking part of the stoner, always accompanied by the power of Sabbathian riff, 70s drums and voices, and the purest grunge style coming from Seattle. They're from Spain. Yeah.
Spain, yeah. That's Spain. That's the separatist region of Spain.
It's
I think.
The riffs on this record, absolutely stellar riffs. Vocals are, I'll say they're not my favorite, but they kind of grow on me, and they're kind of weirdy whiny, or sort of. I don't know.
So why are we talking about them?
No, it's good. This is a great record.
Okay.
It's Argonauta Records is what put this out. I'd never heard of these guys before. If you're fans of that, it's got the riffs are very, initially I was going to say this is right up like Caius, Fu Manchu kind of riffs, which is kind of the benchmark for that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But this is one of those times where the description, as I read it, and then it said, in the purest grunge style coming from Seattle. And I'm like, what? And as I'm listening to it again, I'm like, oh yeah, I do hear like Melvin's, Tad, like early kind of grungy riffs in this.
I like the Melvins.
Yeah, so it's definitely something to check out. Definitely something to check out. Big Muff Brigade.
Do you have a coupon code?
I don't have a coupon code. This is one.
Wait, is it coupon or coupon?
No, I'm a coupon.
I am too.
I don't do a
when you were a
Q.
kid.
No, I know.
When I was a kid, it was coupon.
No, I didn't coupon. It's probably because your parents said it that way.
I have no idea.
No, I didn't Q. There's no Q there.
I know.
Fred says Basque are not separatist.
I thought that was the separatist region of Spain. They're not violent or anything, but they don't want to be part of Spain anymore.
Throwing that gauntlet down early. Early.
They've been doing that for 30 years.
This was another kind of a wild card.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not the Basque region. It's a different region. Correct me, Fred.
This is something, I don't know why I clicked on this, but I'm really glad I did. This is on Exploding in Sounds Records. Grass is Green. They reissued this Yeto album from 2010. And I guess these guys have celebrating 15 years. But I guess they're getting together and playing some more shows nowadays. It's some post-punk or a post-hardcore kind of shit. It's got some math rock shit to it.
Math rock.
Indie rock kind of sounding stuff.
I like the sound of math rock.
Really good stuff, man. Does anybody know this record? This was a brand new one on me.
Where are you hearing about this stuff?
Oh, I do my research, baby.
Yeah, where do you do your research?
We don't want to give all the fucking...
You don't have to give any secrets.
We don't want to pull the behind the curtain.
Is it a website? It's
a website.
You got some CDs back there in the back room?
I subscribe to a few magazines.
Magazines that have free CDs inside, like sampler CDs, and then you're like, oh man.
You a magazine guy?
Yeah, I got some magazines. I mean, nothing current.
We saw a magazine at the grocery store that was just about soup today.
Yeah.
It was called Soups.
Soups, plural.
Plural, yeah, sure. Plural. Soups.
I mean, I've got some surfers journals from back in the day. I got a whole bunch of National Geographic. I got Make magazine. That was a great magazine. Very high production quality magazine. And it was full of a bunch of little projects you could do, like neat little...
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Build robots and shit.
You know what I mean? I miss Copper Electronics. Remember Copper? That's what all had all the CB stuff in it back in the day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But that wasn't a magazine. That was a catalog.
Yeah. It's all on like newspaper paper.
Yeah. That was more of a catalog. What's up, Tinkerbell?
She may have to piss.
Are you the dog?
Look at this. I almost skipped over this. Because I thought it was something that had just been reissued 1,000 times. And I'm a huge fan. But Reagan Youth, God, what instrumental fucking New York City, like anarchist fucking punk rock shit. And I've got the first one. But apparently, Volume 3, Life and Times Revisited, this shit came out literally fucking today, I guess. Let me read what it says here. The passing of Reagan Youth guitarist Paul Cripple last September sent shockwaves through the long-running anarcho-punk massive fan base, not only because he's the last remaining member of the original band, but also because Reagan Youth had just completed work on a new album, a long-planned remembrance of Paul's fellow founder and childhood friend Dave, insurgent who also passed. The first two are Volume 1, Volume 2. This is Volume 3, the final one, Life and Times Revisited. It's a conceptual work based on the Insurgents' short life. And it said, look, this is some fucking gas right here. Destined to be recognized as a punk rock classic, this record. That's tall. That's some tall cotton right there.
Mm-hmm. Who said that?
Didn't know that came out. Yeah, me neither. I hadn't heard anything about this.
Who said it was going to be a classic? What's their bona fides?
I don't know.
I just want to know where you're getting all this stuff.
And
I've never heard of any of
And
this.
it's still kind of a concept record, so it said it's destined to become a punk rock classic at the same time as withstanding comparison to such classic concept albums as The Who's Tommy, The Pretty Things, Pink Floyd's The Wall, Life and Times Revisited, Volume 3 was released in all formats February 20th, 2025. Boom. Hey.
I'm not convinced.
Hey. All I can say, give it a little Bandcamp, get a little streamy. It could be right up that fucking alley.
I'm not convinced.
You need one?
Sure, if you don't mind.
Here's one. I don't know if Zonkman knew about this, but another yawning. Is it Bouch or Balk? I've always said Bouch.
Spell it.
Balch.
Bouch?
Bouch. Bob Bouch.
Balch?
From
Balch, maybe?
From Fu Manchu. But gotten together again with the guys from Yawning Man. This is what Bob said. When Gary Arce mentioned that Yawning Man was going to be recording a record, said we should do another round of jams. He was super excited and knew he wanted to spend more money on pedals, which is really funny.
Pedals right down here.
I do. But it's
Should
another.
I take
just
all
like-
this and hold it up to the camera?
It's a huge, long, improvisational jams
probably unplug
all
some of the lights.
over the place on this thing. Volume 3 and Volume 4 were recorded in one 5-hour session, April 20th of last year in Joshua Tree. So yeah, really good stuff. Have you listened to any of that with the Bouch and
Just
Yawning Man?
sample, put it on the want list. and
Yeah,
haven't found it yet.
same. I remember them doing that, and then when this came out, I was like, oh yeah, I don't really remember why I didn't go further on that. But anyway, and a band that we play a lot here on the program, I think we played them maybe last week or week before, Year of the Cobra. And when I saw this, and it's self-titled, I was like, oh, is this like their like initial EP or something like that? Like, that I'd never listened to it before. I didn't recognize the cover. Then I realized, like, no, this is their actual brand new record, which is self-titled. Again, what do you think about bands that do their self-titled record further down their discography? It's not their first record.
Yeah, I don't know what.
That's kind of a weird thing,
I don't
right?
know what to think. I
That's
used
a little
to think
weird.
It was weird, but now I think it's just something they do.
You know, you got
Lots of them do it.
You got 2-3 records, name some crazy shit, and then all of a sudden you do like a self-titled record.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's kind of what they did here. This is on Prophecy Records, but I didn't realize they were with Prophecy. I was trying to remember who they were with in the past. Was it Drag City?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Maybe they've been with Prophecy for a while. I don't remember. But you can tell this is a. If you don't know this, these guys here, it's bass and drums, and it's actually a married couple, and it's the spaciest, doomiest, fucking great shit. I've loved Year of the Cobra for a long time, and this is another. It's a little step up in kind of how they approach their music. You can tell this is a little bit more polished. It's a little bit sing-songier, I'll say, but still really good, really grungy, and a lot of nice riffs on it. But you can tell they've taken that next step for sure.
Are they from South Africa?
No, where are these guys from?
There's this crazy punk band from South Africa, who the lady has that same haircut.
Oh, no, you're talking about D'Antwoord.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
What's
yeah.
that movie that they're in?
Boss Man's a big D'Antwoord
What's that
fan.
movie that they're in? It's some like weird sci-fi movie where they steal a robot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Have you seen Trash Humpers?
I don't know. Have I?
You would know. It's about people
Is
that.
it D'Antwoord?
No, it's people that hump.
Her
No, it's
hair-
Harmony Korine.
Her hair looks like that.
Harmony Korine, and they hump trash.
Those two people look.
We
scary.
tried watching it on the show on Wednesday, and people got weird about it and made me turn it off. They were humping trash.
I gotta be honest.
They were old men humping trash.
I gotta be honest. Most of the movies you put on Wednesdays, I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
Come on.
I mean, it's not like I can't do it. It's just like I'm not gonna.
No, come on.
Because they're so bad.
No,
they're like too bad. They're like too bad to even watch.
No, come on.
At least half of them are too bad to even watch.
No.
Like
half? No. You've caught some of the shot on video ones that are like really rough around the edges.
Maybe that's the only ones I've caught for the past.
Yeah, which I love my shot on
6 months to a year.
I love my shot on video shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad to make fun of, see? Question mark?
Too bad to like spend any part of your life.
I have to pee, so you have to tell a story.
I gotta pee also.
Nope, too bad.
I'm gonna tell a story how I pee inside of your desk.
No.
Okay, I'll tell a story. One time on Halloween, we went to Chapel Hill, and we didn't dress up as like costumes or anything, but Mike had me. I was pretty artistic at the time, and Mike wanted a tattoo. He was kind of trying to be like a psychopath, and he wanted a tattoo on his arm here, and he wanted to say "I kill children." So I took a Sharpie and like drew a really it looked like a real tattoo that just said "I kill children," and he wore it around the whole night, and it wasn't a good tattoo for somebody to have on their forearm. I don't know. Is that the story?
Were y'all in prison?
No.
A prison tattoo?
No, but I just drew it on his arm with a Sharpie. We didn't like get kicked out anywhere or anything, but he got some funny looks. And one time we went camping. Oh, you're back. I just started the "I kill children" story. You gotta finish it.
Where'd you get up to?
I drew a tattoo on your arm.
Oh yeah.
I gotta pee now.
Yeah, he drew a tattoo on my arm that said "I kill children."
It looked real.
It looked real, and I went into a convenience store and they didn't like it, and they threw the change back at me. That's the short version of the story. I may or may not have been dressed up like Charles Manson. It was an art piece. What can I tell you? Let's get into a little bit of what we played tonight. So again, all these records we played tonight were straight out of Underdog Records throughout the years, and I tried to pick. I mean, there could have been a litany of things that we could have picked from to play. I could just do this and probably pull a record like that, and there's a good chance that it may have came from Underdog Records. So there's no. So I wanted to play. There's some that I wanted to play because they had a fucking story with them, or it really meant something, or it was like an epic score, like whatever the fuck. And so we'll get into that in tonight's what we played. Boom, we got the Zonk Man sitting in. I'll jump right into it. After Jonathan did this really cool thing at Underdog Records during COVID, when all the businesses and shit were shut down. You could buy records from Jonathan online, and he would deliver them to your fucking house.
Yes.
He drove around in a goddamn car and would come to your doorstep. Like, we sat out here in the fucking, when shit was still, like, dicey. Like, we sat out here, like, spread apart with masks on and shit, like, when nobody knew what the fuck was going on. And he hand-delivered records that I'd bought online and stuff, and which was really cool. I didn't play any of those tonight. And I was trying my best to, like, let's help keep our local record stores fucking open.
Most
because
definitely.
Who knew what was going to happen after the fact.
Yeah.
But when I did get to go back into Underdog for the very first time, went in there and picked up a couple of things, and I was excited to like help and like, spend some money and whatever. And this is a record I may not have picked up otherwise, and a lot of people were like, why the fuck wouldn't you? But This is a record, Walter Zuber Armstrong. As and, you know, we always start the program with some jazz here. And this is the other thing I talked about the other night, that the beautiful thing about buying records at Jonathan's, and people always give me shit about leaving price tags on records. He always had these big stickers that it had all the information on it and even some notes. So this is Walter Zuber Armstrong. It's called Hatana. It's from 1975. The label is World Artist. Here's the notes. It says, rare private press jazz record signed on the back cover by the artist. A bit avant-garde. Very clean LP. As I said in a previous video, a bit avant-garde, and I kind of like a bit of vodka. This is, yeah. But a private press jazz record. I think it's out of the Pacific Northwest. Bellingham, Washington. Yep.
Yep.
And you can see, like, oh shit. That's where he signed it. And look at the sticker, though. Like, all the information he puts on the sticker. I just fucking love that. And, like, now that Underdog is going to cease to exist, these stickers like this are going to mean a fucking lot to me.
Yeah.
You know, moving forward. Because I'm going to remember, like, that's Underdog, man. That's Jonathan. He put all that shit on there. But yeah, this record, it's really killer. It's got some definite, like, kind of African vibes to it. Like, it's very avant-garde and kind of weird and droney and tribal and shit like that. But really killer stuff. Really, really killer stuff.
The only thing I was going to add about the price sticker, if you saw that QR code is the exact pressing in Discogs.
Oh,
so
is it really?
Yes.
I never knew that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So
I
yeah,
never
if
knew
you put your collection in Discogs, all you do is scan that QR code, boom, that's it, and then you hit add.
that. Holy shit.
So he's already done the legwork for you to put your shit in Discogs.
That's some good comms out of Zonkman. That's some solid comms out of Zonkman right there. This is what... Not only do I love this record, and I wanted it for a very long time, and was super surprised to find it at Underdog. Not really, but I was... And it's got the little sticker in here too. Pet Sounds, which I fucking love Pet Sounds. This is an OG mono. Here's his little sticker. This is when everything was handwritten. So it's a little earlier.
Yeah, it's quite a bit earlier, actually.
Yeah. Cover completely split, upper and lower. The album visually has some noticeable wear, but plays surprisingly well. Good, strong VG minus copy. Great play copy. $4. This is an OG mono for $4. And yeah, there's places where it's a little crackly. I mean just a little, like between songs. And there's one place, like at the end of, I think at the end of one of the sides, where it skips.
Right, it loops back on itself.
But...
And that's it.
For $4, I had been looking at like copies online for, you know, $20 and shit like that. And I was just like, yeah, I want it, but I don't like want it. Then I walked in there and he's like, oh, it's VG minus. And I'm like, oh, I'm expecting like what would sound like a thrift store record. Because that's, when I see VG minus, I think thrift store record. So you put it on and it's going to be like...
Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispies, and then when the music starts playing, you're like, oh yeah, I can jam to this. But if it's going to be like low-key music, if it's like acoustic guitar stuff and it's VG minus, it's trash.
Right.
But if it's a rock and roll record, that's going to bust through all that static. A lot of times, not always, but that's kind of my gold standard for how. But that's my measuring stick for how Jonathan grades records. VG minus on that with a fucking super price on it, and you listen to it, and everybody was like, VG minus, what?
I can hear a little crackle.
Yep. Or at one point you're like, oh, there's something weird, but like nothing that you would like, I can't believe I spent $4 on this. Not at all. Not at all. And a great record. So that one always sticks out. Jonathan had, when he very first moved away from the record store that he originally worked at, he opened it. He's been in 2 locations, and I remember me and Steve went over to the first location a bunch and padded our collections with a bunch of great stuff. And this is one of those I took a chance on. It's got a different sticker on it. It says $18, but it's not. It's a band called CSS. They're out of Brazil. And CSS stands for something in Portuguese. I can't remember what it is, but it's a Sub Pop record, and I just like $4 for a Sub Pop. Isn't that funny? I still remember that this was $4.
Right.
Like I said, this sticker's not right, but I'll remember it was $4. And the name of the album is Donkey. It's on Sub Pop. Highly, highly recommend this record and this band. It would be considered like pop punk, indie. I don't know, but it's
Pop.
sub pop, below pop, underneath the pop.
Post alternative.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're pecking around right around the right hens.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance for my behavior.
It was a cloaca joke.
A cloaca joke. Oh yeah. Are you a cloaca or an amoeba guy? I like amoebas.
Not more of an amoeba guy.
Yeah, I like amoeba.
I like a cloaca. I mean,
Yeah,
it's very efficient.
sure. Are they also asexual?
No.
Cloaca's not asexual?
No.
Okay.
It just serves both purposes.
Oh, okay. Like nope.
No.
Oh, no, we're not doing that.
The,
This was Zongman pulled this out. So I told Zongman, pull out some of your best stuff to bring over here. The Dangerous Toys. I'm familiar with this record, and I've heard it before. I don't ever remember liking this record as much as when we played it tonight.
No, it's really good.
I really enjoyed this a lot. How long ago did you pick this up?
this,
Pour a shot. You
let's
want a
see,
shot, Zongman?
that's another thing.
Yeah, I'll pour a shot.
Yeah, we have to do
I got it over here.
do a shot for Underdog.
Yeah, fucking A, man.
Oh, no, it's not too getting warm.
Yeah.
Jesus. Here, put it back.
Take Me Drunk was a great
That's a
grown
pretty
man
good
record
one.
inside. And what was the damn thing where he said something about he needed a vodka shot quick or something like
Yeah.
that? So I was like, this is like right in on bananas.
Hands?
Freezer.
Hands?
Freezer.
Hands?
I don't know if you can
Okay.
do it while holding the shot.
Well,
I can.
you're doing one-handed?
Yep.
Hands?
Yep.
Oh!
I didn't spill
Nice
all of it.
hands out of the young man.
And the flowers are still standing.
Nice hands out of the young
But I'm gonna say because he did. There's another thing too. Jonathan put dates on all the stickers as well. January 26, 2019 is when this hit the floor at Underdog.
Wow, okay.
That's
So
awesome. What's the dates?
So I
Yeah,
probably
I-
picked this up either the day of or the day after
Huh.
because it
You're
would have went incredibly fast at $5.
$5. See, this is what we're talking about, folks.
We used to put the dates on Ed McKay's.
Is that a band you were like really big on like back in the day, or like,
Yes,
how did
I
you
had
come
the
to
CDs, DT and Hellacious Acres. I forget Pissed is the third album, maybe. I'm not as familiar with that. Yeah, this is some DT.
Do you want a shot? You sure? Okay. Yeah, let's do a shot for Underdog.
For Underdog.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yo, Tokyo, what's up, man?
Hey, welcome back.
We got a viewer in Tokyo now, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Friend of the program.
What's their name?
Tokyo Record Style.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was the same person that listens to 2G and C from Tokyo.
Nuh-uh.
That'd be interesting if it was, though, wouldn't it?
You know, it's something we didn't ask them. You know how we
What
make
up, Chad?
some people here make a big deal out of Japanese pressings. Do they make a big deal about American pressings there?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Vinyl pressing.
From Tulsa. originally.
Yes.
Something I'm just recently learning is people make a huge deal of CDs from Japan as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea why any of that's a thing. I make a big deal about Deutsche Grammophon.
Sure. Why wouldn't you?
Sure.
This was. Let's see what the sticker. Is this got a sticker on it? This is a. And I'm trying to pull some like. Yeah, here we go. There's a.
That's
sticker.
another OG sticker.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like I bought this off the wall. There's only been a few records in my days that I bought off the wall. We're playing a few of them tonight, actually. But I saw this and I was like, dude, what? No, I had no idea. Shel Silverstein, Drain My Brain, and other songs. And yeah, that's right. Where the Sidewalk Ends, Shel Silverstein.
Light in the Attic.
Light in the Attic. Had no idea. Had no idea that this was a fucking thing even. Let's see what this sticker says here. Nice mono rarity from Shel Silverstein. Plays a very strong VG despite visible markings on vinyl. Great play copy. This was on the wall. It was like, what was that, 15 bucks? 10 bucks. Sounds fantastic. And I didn't I mean, I went back and did my research on this shit. This guy here actually wrote Boy Named Sue.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He was a big time songwriter and shit. I had no idea.
It actually tracks when you think about it.
Yeah,
Like that
absolutely.
song and
Absolutely.
his writing, that tracks.
And the title track, which is my favorite, Drain My Brain, it's got some crazy fucking lyrics on that. And does the song does this thing. Bum 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 no 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 bum 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 bum. And the first thing that enters my brain is Sesame Street.
Oh.
It sounded like a song they would play on Sesame Street.
Like Phenomena, everybody thinks it's called Phenomenon.
No, that's Muppets. That's a Muppet Show.
Okay. What did I say? Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Muppets. Same
No.
person.
No, it is
Same
not.
person.
Same person.
Same person. Same hand.
Shel Silverstein did copious amounts of acid. Absolutely. Absolutely. He wrote a lot of songs for Dr. Hook. Hell yeah, that's good comms from Bill. Yeah, it's it really blew me away, and it's, I mean, the music doesn't really do a lot necessarily. Right. It's not doing anything crazy that really excites me, but the lyrics, and I'm not a lyric guy, but the lyrics are insane. And just the whole vibe of the record's really fucking cool.
I am a lyric guy, and I need to like really sit down with that record.
Drain my brain. Bum, 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 bum.
I find myself often like telling people, "Hey, just no, listen to what they're saying," and they're like, "I don't like the group." Listen to what they're saying though.
Yeah.
Lyrics are important.
Some bands I'm like
Story,
that with, but it's my favorite bands that I'm
Speaking
like
of trying
that
to
with.
get you into Spoon, just listen to their lyrics too.
Nah.
Like Spoon?
I've not been exposed.
Try Spoon. Spoon's good stuff. They're coming to Raleigh.
This is one I pulled out for this specific moment that I pulled out this Tribe Called Quest hits, rarities, and remixes. This is that's a nice fucking compilation. If you don't own any Tribe on vinyl, it's a great compilation to just kind of stick in your craw and then see if you want to go any further than that. Or for a lot of people, this is all you need. It's got insanely good compilation. But the cool thing about this was, and this is just an example, back in the day when the Boss Man was coming around, when the Boss Man lived here, he would stop by Underdog Records, and he's a super big hip hop guy, and
Right.
I am too. But like when we were collecting records and shit, he'd be like, "Yo, do you got this? You got that?" And I'm like, I didn't have any like good hip hop stuff on vinyl. I had it digitally, or maybe I owned it.
Bunch of good stuff.
I mean, I bought a bunch of like 12 inches and shit like that, like much later. But like initially, like I didn't have like some of the quintessential stuff, especially if you're like a 90s hip hop guy. Like I didn't have those in my collection, and so he would buy them from Underdog, and then where it had the price on it, he would scratch it out and write free. And like walk over and be like, yeah, man, and just like hand it to me. Tribe Called Quest, Black Moon, Jay Dilla, Mos Def, and Talib Kweli. What's the other one? What's Enter the Stage?
I don't know.
Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, he would just show up with these records. That Beastie Boys Solid Gold Hits, that compilation of the Beastie Boys I have, same. All of that was from the Boss Man. And he would just show up to hang out for record night, just like we're all doing here, but he would bring those over and be like, yeah, you need this in your fucking shit. And he was scratched out with the price and write free and just hand it to me.
Right.
So a lot of those like good hip hop reissues I have came from Boss Man.
Those weren't free. He paid money for them.
Correct.
He just didn't want
Right,
you
it's
to know how
free.
much
Correct.
Free to
How much
Mr. Bananas.
Correct.
because they were really nice records that I hope Underdog got a good price for.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's like VCLT, and he didn't even know he was doing VCLT.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites that I knew I had to play tonight, and really special because we actually played some Earth last week, or was it week before last?
Week before, maybe.
Week before, maybe. We played Hex, or the Infernal Printing. Is that what it's called?
I forget
Hex or
the
the
title of
Infer-
that.
Yeah.
The Hex record.
Yeah. And I'd forgot this is the one because I thought it was the same one. Hibernaculum from Earth. Earth was originally one of the first like drone metal feedback. They're like the pioneers of like the drone metal feedback kind of game that now Sun kind of took that over and kind of ran with it over the past couple of decades.
That's one of your favorites.
Right.
I love Sun as well, but Sun got all that inspiration, well, not all of it, but a lot of it from Earth. And they mince no words about telling you that's where that shit fucking came from. But anyway, so I picked this one up, and I was super stoked to have done that. And I actually paid, this is another one that was on the wall. I got a wild mustache hair that is fucking me up right now. But no, it was on the wall, and this is what it says. Originally released in 2007, now out of print. This copy is brand new, never opened, rare. So this record was fucking sealed when I bought it.
Hey,
And not only that, here's the big thing about this is when I went up to pay for this record,
The
and I was like, I got to get this off the fucking wall, man. I was like, this sealed Earth record, and Jonathan told me this is actually from my personal collection.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this record actually came from Jonathan's personal collection. I bought it brand new, sealed, off the wall.
I was just thinking,
And that's a phenomenal
Hell yeah.
I was
record.
just thinking there's something about this whole Underdog closing that you've not addressed yet.
What's that?
And you should say that this is not a failure of the business or like a sad thing or like it's he's moving on to something better.
Yeah, he's
and
moving.
he's closing the store on his own terms.
Absolutely.
Right.
I think
He's-
that's important to note.
Yeah,
because
this wasn't the fucking bank is coming in and being like, yo, you suck, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like his girl got a fucking gig, they're moving out of the market, he's going to continue to sell online. And it's just like, yeah, man, I'm able to do.
Do you have a link to where he's going to sell online? Put it up there.
It is the same website.
It's the same shit. Follow Underdog Records on the socials.
Yeah.
You can find everything you need to know there. Does a lot of it on Instagram. Instagram's
Yeah.
probably the place. If you fuck around with Instagram, look up Underdog Records on Instagram, and you'll find everything you need.
Although
you need to
should get
know.
off Instagram.
No. But here's another one. Another wall pick.
The Wall.
Another pick right off the wall. I fucking love this band, and the only thing I'd ever found in my entire life from this band was a drummer I used to play with who hit me to him. And he was like, oh yeah, this shit's banging, right? He's like, I'll burn you a copy. So he burned me a CD. So I had a burned CD of this album for, I don't know, 15 years. I never saw a CD in a store. Never saw a record. I looked online. They're like $100 and shit like this. of course, I find in Underdog Records on the wall, original pressing from 1987,
97.
never reissued.
Says 97.
Champs 3. $20. It was $20. I guarantee you, when I bought this record was $100 online. I guarantee you. 70 at least, okay,
Yeah.
75 at the low end. 75
Right.
to $100 online. If you don't know the Champs, it's an instrumental metal band. And the weird thing about these guys is they play like these like 9-string Dan Electro guitars or some shit. They do these really crazy harmonies and stuff. And yeah, the story is they were the Champs, and when they got signed or whatever, I guess the record label or whoever was like, no, you can't be the Champs. The Champs did Tequila. You know, the Pee Wee Herman Tequila song. They were like, oh, okay, well, we're the fucking Champs. So from that point forward, they were known as the fucking Champs. On this record, they're still known as Champs. But yeah. Oh yeah, I found Champs 4 when Fever was here, but 3 is my favorite. Yeah, this is the one. For me, this is definitely the one. And I've seen this one other time, and it's been at another local record store, and $100 also on that fucking wall. So I got this for 20 bones because Jonathan's just a fucking man. He knew when he put it up there that this is worth way more than this.
Right.
He didn't just put it up there without looking it up. He knew, and it's not scratchy or anything. It's I don't know. I would say it's a VG plus copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it sounded real good.
Insane. You pulled this one out. I don't own this one.
Funkadelic.
Little Funkadelic, the electric spanking.
It was just something I wanted to show, like early dollar bin stuff that I'd gotten. That
This was $1.
kick ass.
So hard to believe that you could once get that for $1.
And you played just the title track? Or
Yeah,
the
I
first?
just played the title track.
I didn't hear it. What made that $1 record?
I don't know.
Is there anything wrong with that record at all?
The era, at some point they were like, nobody's gonna buy it.
No, I mean it's. I don't know if he did actually grade it. If it would be like a VG minus, there might be some stuff on the other side.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, yeah, it's just like we talk about.
Because even
It plays. It's not that intrusive to the actual music.
yeah, and even like when it started with like spoken word stuff, and that's where you're really gonna hear if there's some surface noise and shit like that.
Right, but that track was clear.
Yeah, clean as a whistle,
Maybe it
man.
was the market. There were too many copies.
Market.
Because when I was working in the
Market.
stores, one thing we always had 30 copies of was the Rembrandt's LP. You know that. The
Oh yeah,
Rembrandts,
yeah.
The fucking.
You know what's funny is,
song,
like-
and there would be 100 of them. I'm not comparing them musically. I'm just comparing to them how many there were. Maybe
but I'll
there's
tell
too
you,
many, and they were like,
I own a
$1.
bunch of Parliament. I own a bunch of Funkadelic. I've never seen that record ever
Oh, really?
used in my local shop.
Oh.
I've literally never seen that record, or I would own it unless it was $30 or something stupid.
Right.
If that record was $15 or less, I would and I ran into it, I would own it by now. I've never seen that record.
I picked that up for 15.
Yeah. What's up, Sean? The beat stylist, ladies and gentlemen.
Sean, what's going on?
And we got 2 more. This one's another special one.
Tube of more.
A tube of Moors. This Yawning Man. Macadamian Lines.
Macedonian.
I know.
You want some cookies?
I'm just hungry, baby. Hungry.
Hungry.
Sometimes I just get a little hungry. But yeah, the cool thing about this record was I was digging around in Underdog Records, and I'd picked up a stack of records, and I moved over to another section, and somebody had sat the records that they had like on the stack of records and was looking through other stuff, and I saw that on top, and it was Zonk Man. And I saw that record, and I'm like, yeah, I've never met another person that liked Yawning Man.
Knew who fucking
Like,
who
nobody
Yawning Man.
knows who Yawning Man is.
Right.
I mean, like, a good example, I've told this story before, like, folks that know this band, but I was in a news vehicle, dressed in news attire and stuff, and this old beat-up station wagon pulls up to get gas. You know, long-haired, fucking just burnout, gets out, he's pumping gas. I look on the back of his car, and there's an Egypt sticker on the back. And I'm like, yo. I walked across the pump, and I'm like, yo, man. I was like, you an Egypt fan? And he was like, looking at me because I looked like a fucking undercover cop or something.
Right.
And I was like, he was like, yeah. And I'm like, dude, I just went up and dabbed him up, and I was like, fine, I've never met another Egypt fan, like, in person. And kind of the same way. I saw that record, and I'm like, oh, somebody else likes Yawning Man? It's
right.
like, I have to talk to him. I have to talk to him. And so then Zonkman, we start talking back and forth, and then, like, you asked me to do something for a contest.
Right. I'm doing
contest.
I'm doing a VC contest for Mr. Hall of Fame's, and damn, I wish I would remember the subscriber amount.
Oh, for his subscribers, where's he at now?
Yeah. I don't know where he's at now because he was already in the thousands because
Sure,
he's one
sure.
of the OG guys.
Yeah, sure.
But he was, and his thing was to get you out and interact with other people about music. So you had to ask somebody you've never met before who their favorite band or artist was.
Yeah, you had like 3 questions. And
Yeah.
I was like, you asked me if you could ask me some questions. I was like, yeah, sure. And then I remember, like, as we were like doing it, and then I remember Jonathan being like, tell him.
Yeah. That's exactly what he said.
And I was like, well,
An awesome philosophy.
yeah. And I was like, yeah, actually, I fuck around with the VC, and we got this show. And I remember saying, like, all right, now, because you're like, oh yeah, I'll watch it tonight. And I was like, all right, now I'll probably be a little different than what I am right now.
right.
Just
also,
just
it's
as
not
a
exactly like part of the VC.
well, we're on that bubble.
It fits in the bubble, but like it's not.
But I remember thinking, like, you know, because I don't know. For all I know, you're a fucking Mennonite. So I'm like, you know, if you're expecting this normal,
I had the Yawning Man record, though.
It's true. But you know, just to put a fucking misnomer out there, like, I don't, you know. It may be a little different than our conversation right now, but yeah, we do this show and da 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 da. But that's how we fucking met, is in Underdog Records, over that record right there. That exact fucking record is how we even know each other, from Underdog Records. God bless.
And now here we are.
He's
Another person I wanted to mention too was that I said because of VC was Randy Deadwack 66.
Yeah.
So, and then when I started watching, it had the like down on the shot had like who the current contributor was or donator or whatever, and it had Randy on there or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh nice.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's at 8.91K now, Mr. Hall of Fame, I guess. Damn.
Okay, he was at
That
several
was-
thousand then
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
so he might have been at.
What do you guys think of the
6,000.
Nirvana reunion with Post Malone? Boy,
I haven't seen it.
that's a touchy subject.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck did you
Here's-
just say?
You ain't
Say
heard
it
that
again.
yet?
No. say it again.
Here's the thing.
Let me hear what. Just
I've not watched it, to be fair, yet. But I've had multiple people tell me, because I'm a huge Nirvana fan, and apparently Novoselic, Dave Grohl, Pat Smear, they've all been like, man, this is really good. This is good. Almost to the fact that they're thinking about touring on it, and they might. And even, like, Jay was like, dude, you need to watch it. He's like, don't say nothing, just watch it. Like, apparently he did it like an earnest, like, version. Plays guitar and, like, does it. And I like Posty. I think Posty's a good dude. And he's an Optic fan. He's an Optic fan.
if Grohl, Novoselic, and Smear are on board,
Yeah.
then I'm definitely gonna give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
And I can't find a reason not to like Posty. He seems like, except he's maybe a little over the top in his, hey, I'm such a great guy.
Oh,
But maybe he really is just like you get around him and you're like, oh.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Sure.
The only thing that irritates me.
I did not know this was happening, but I want to give it a chance.
Yeah. The only thing that irritates me is he'll be doing interviews, and it's like over the top, like.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh yes,
That's what-
yes, sir.
yeah.
Say,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
we get it, dude. You're a nice guy. You can knock it off.
I hate
Like,
the I hate
it's a little
the
too
face
much.
tattoos and the gold teeth more than that.
Yeah, and I think he's making up for that, which is smart. It's a PR. It's a nice PR move to be like, make sure all the parents, because so the parents go like, all right, I don't mind that the kid's listening to Post Malone, even though he's got a face tattoo and a grill. And,
Right.
But he seems like a nice guy, and I think he actually really does.
Now
Girl
I've
looks
not,
super happy. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I've not listened to this yet, but it's not the first time he did Nirvana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Because
done, yeah.
during the pandemic, when they couldn't get out and perform and stuff, he did I don't know if you'd call it a show or whatever, but he recorded doing several Nirvana songs.
Yeah,
and,
I think
putting it on.
he's an actual fan,
Right.
And he actually, like on the shit, he actually plays guitar and
He
actually
plays guitar and he actually sings.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
it's an earnest, like, this is
Right.
my shit performance, and I tip that. You can't help but tip that.
Wow, I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
I'm
so
actually, dare I say, kind of intrigued and excited to hear it.
they should pay him Ace Frehley Kiss wages for any reunion show.
Damn.
Holy shit!
I don't know what that means.
And apparently, like,
Like you don't get shit.
Posty, like, like, and maybe again, this maybe this is all PR shit, but like, constantly giving out fucking $1,000 tips at restaurants and bars. He showed up at like a Pizza Hut, at like as soon as they opened. For some reason, he just wanted a Pizza Hut pizza, and they weren't even like open. He was like, "Are you guys open?" And it was like, "Oh shit, it's Post Malone." He's like, "We're open for you, dude." Like let him in there, and they bought a couple of pizzas, and he like dropped like $1,000 or some shit, like a tip.
Oh wow.
So I mean, you know,
Giving back. I mean
yeah,
that's
I don't.
yeah. I haven't
Yeah.
heard any stories like that about him.
Yeah. So not a fan. What up, Eric? So not a fan of Post Malone doing Nirvana cuts. Yeah, on the surface, dude, me neither. Like, no. I mean, everything about me says no. But every time I start going off on my diatribe, everybody stops me and they're like, "No, just go watch it, dude.
I've seen enough of him.
Just go watch it."
I've seen enough of him to like step back and say, okay,
Yeah.
let me see a little more, maybe. And if the other three are like down with it, come on.
So I mean, are you gonna let somebody else like get with Mitch and what's his name and like redo Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, I mean, there's, I don't know.
Cameraman's saying
No,
no,
but Nirvana wasn't called the Kurt Cobain band.
but
Seen it, don't think it's good. I still haven't watched it, but I will
Give it a
say,
chance.
I will say he's an Optic fan. Hashtag Greenwald. Hashtag
Okay.
Brick. Posty is an Optic fan.
I'm gonna give it a chance.
I don't care what the name of the band is. Nirvana was Cobain.
The Post Malone Oreos are good, so why not? I mean, that's a fair point.
You know, I mean, even Grohl talked about he didn't want to be the drummer that, hey, I've got a song, because it was Kurt's thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Absolutely.
But I'll finish up what we played.
All
with,
right, yeah. We need to.
With the only album that was not bought at Underdog Records. This was actually from when Jonathan still worked at the old record store. I don't know if it would have been Earshot then. He worked at Earshot Records, and I walked in there. I had a fucking just minuscule collection of
Is
time.
Earshot still in business?
No, it's Hippo now. And I was like, I don't want to say naive. I was kind of naive because I'd recently got into like psych rock stuff, and I was like, but I didn't know jack turkey about any of it.
Right.
And I was like, man, do you have anything, like, I'm looking for like psych rock records, but I don't really know what to look for, and da da da. And he was like, well, what do you like? And I was like, I don't know, I really like 13th floor elevators. And he's like, yeah, we don't really have anything like that. He's like, but we got a Nectar record over here that, it's not the best Nectar record, but like whatever. But this became a record night staple from early on. Nectar's Remember the Future. And actually, DJ Trish in here, I think I hipped Trish to this for one of her mixes. And this Nectar Remember the Future, it's got the Earshot sticker up there. But it's a straight up recommendation from Jonathan from Underdog Records. And my first like real interaction with him. Like sitting and talking to him and like having a conversation about music and stuff. We talked about it earlier. Stuff that goes beyond just like
You became grown man, gentleman friends.
yeah, we were grown man, gentleman friends. But that's a very special record because that was my entry point to Jonathan as a human being and as a guy that just like recommending a record that I may like. And son of a bitch, he was right because I like that record and he's right. Yeah, the Journey to the Center of the Eye or whatever. Like that's much better than that.
Right.
But that's got its own little special thing that I like in its own way. And and that sent me down a rabbit hole of Nectar. And I picked up a bunch of their LPs. And that spurred me off into looking at other stuff. And but it was great. It was a great experience.
LP stands for Licensed Provost.
Yes. Licensed Provost?
Pro Dust.
No, I like Provost.
Like the bus? Provost buses?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's what we played.
That's what we
You already
played.
did that, I think.
What's your thoughts on a Hobart slicer? That's the. If you got a meat slicer,
Fucking kidding me?
it better be a Hobart.
Fucking kidding me?
Better be a Hobart
Anything
slicer.
made by Hobart.
Those-
Anything they make.
Anything
They
Hobart.
didn't just make
makes.
slashers. They made.
Oh no, Hobart made lots of stuff.
Oh yeah, like blenders and
Sure.
coolers and freezers. And
Sure.
I think they even made some gas stoves.
I think they really excelled with their slicer game. Personally,
Slashers where they got started, but they
Yeah.
turned into a kitchen juggernaut.
yeah, absolutely.
Or should I say juggernaut?
Nort.
Not. No.
Hey, get your phone ready to get into some
Yeah,
marbles.
I'm launching
Oh,
some
shit.
marbles right here.
Yeah, man, get into some marbles,
Play
man.
some marbles. Fuck it.
Yes.
What do I have to do? Hashtag play dork?
It would be exclamation point play.
Hashtag
But hold on, let's get it loaded first.
Are you a point or a mark guy?
play.
Exclamation point or exclamation mark?
Play dirk.
Point, I guess.
You're a
Hashtag
point?
play dirk.
Are you a point or a mark guy?
I'm more of a point.
Yeah. Doing random. We're hitting play. Boom.
It's Weeble Wobbles.
Because they don't fall down.
Yeah.
Okay, Envelope owns the track record at 135 and some change. Look at everybody jumping in. Look
Is
at
he
you
in
guys.
tonight? Is Envelope in? I know what he's into.
Uh,
I know what he's into.
Uh-oh,
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
uh-oh.
But it's warm,
No.
and sometimes there's water nearby.
What up, DJ Thunder?
I'm talking about his boat.
Give me a natty light.
Please,
You want a natty light?
Please.
please.
Get you a natty light.
I will, because you didn't say please.
In a
I'm sorry.
bottle.
Well, I'm drinking Yingling in a bottle as well.
Yeah,
Also in
it's
addition to
not as refreshing. No. It's like drinking malt.
It's more refreshing.
No way.
Because every swallow you take, it makes your mouth water even more.
It makes your mouth drier.
No, it makes it water even more.
That's because you're about to throw up.
Oh yeah.
See, you still got it for him, and he never said please.
No.
No, but I'm gonna drink one of his because he didn't
Yeah.
say please.
Oh,
That's the tax.
the tax man. Tax man gonna get us.
Plant man knows where the plants will
Tax
grow,
man.
and the plant man knows where the plants
Who
will
sang that?
grow. Plant man.
Who sang
Gary Newman. No, not Gary. Gary
Nielsen.
No.
Something-
Nielsen
it's a dude's
Smilsen.
name. It's a dude's
Gary.
Glitter. No.
No. Who sang Plant Man?
Where's Scotty Strickland?
I used it on an Instagram reel when I was heating ketchup in the air fryer.
Go ahead and
Dude, do you know that?
wiki it up.
I looked the other day, Ryan. You know that when we were on vacation and we did had the mozzarella sticks in the oven, then you put the can of beer in there and we shut the oven? That's got like 1,500 views or some shit.
I posted it on Reddit, but I forgot to include the sound. And the sound was what made it so funny. Gary Young.
Man, Plant
that was
Man.
a genius fucking song.
All right, get a good spot in here, folks. Plant Man.
Did Tokyo make it? Who was the restream
Yeah, he said he
bot?
did first time playing. Hell
Okay.
yeah. Hell yeah. Let's get this going. Books.
Rocking and rolling.
Check them out. Ooh, I want to. Maybe I'll do
DJ Thunder is the restream bot.
Maybe I'll do a countdown. You do a countdown?
The final countdown.
The final countdown. Oh, that's all it is. Never mind. Okay.
Surrender your balls.
I bet when Carl won this, he was on drugs.
I guarantee Carl's always on drugs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whiz grown. Oh, somebody's already down somewhere.
We got 2 tracks here.
Oh, well, skinny artist.
This
Skinny
is,
artist. Scotty
who's
Strickland.
going to come out next? Or first? What the fuck's wrong with me?
Okay.
Uh-oh, look at Captain Carburetor in the mix.
Oh no, this
the
is
dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
this is fucking rigged though.
No,
If
this
you're
is-
ahead, you're ahead. That's
This
rigged.
is so dumb, dude. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
There's like a there's a
There's
boost,
a bunch of grinders nearby.
but there's like a boost if you're. Oh my god.
I think I fell off the track.
Yep. There's like a. Never mind.
This is so fucking.
Dave Bouchard off the track. Eric Bauer, high defamation off the track. The restream bot, which I believe is DJ Thunder.
We also no. This is that's Beat Stylist. There's some
Oh, Beat
multiples.
Stylist.
There's multiples that are. You can see the name down here.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's close to Carl's Ghost though.
The Revolo?
Yeah. I mean, this is not far off because I don't think anybody else is even in the fucking conversation here. Jesus
Bam!
Christ, Sean. Sean ate that fucking sizzling for breakfast. Where all that fucking power comes from.
Move over, bacon.
Move over, bacon.
More sizzling, please.
I gotta say, sizzling was pretty tasty.
Oh, pretty tasty?
It was good.
I pretty much like vodka. Sizzling was the fucking tits. No, sizzling is the tits.
What even was it?
I'm literally going to be the last one coming in.
What even was
This is-
sizzling?
This is fucking.
Was it like some sort of?
It's an amalgam.
It's like a Slim Jim kind of.
I mean,
mixture.
maybe that's kind
Squeezed out into a flat thing.
I don't like that particular. 142.
You love Slim
That's not
Jims.
bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. Sean making power moves with shower shoes.
Reginald Denny.
Power.
I'll never get the power moves with shower shoes. Is that an allusion to like the upperclassmen flushing all the toilets while we're trying to hide from the water?
It's a
Or
rap.
the guy eating his blimpy sub while sitting on the toilet.
It's a rap rock
Do you get
thing.
the
You wouldn't
Tucker
understand,
references here?
huh?
Do you get the Tucker references?
Oh.
here?
Yeah.
People flushing the toilets when you were in the shower, and then that other guy that would like you walked in and saw some guy set a.
Oh, I
Sub
watched some guy
sandwich.
eat a sub sandwich in a fucking shitter stall.
Well,
one
he
time.
didn't just eat a sub sandwich. You didn't know he was eating a sub sandwich until he set it on the floor next to him
Yeah.
while he was.
I heard rattling, and then I saw a cup. Somebody sat down in the stall beside me, like in the dorms,
Okay.
freshman year. And I hear rustling around, and then I see this guy beside me sit a cup down on the ground. And I'm like, oh man, this guy brought a soda into the fucking shitter. Like that's That's aggressive, but like
Right.
whatever. And then like I heard some more rustling around, and then a little more rustling around, and then I saw like half of a sub sandwich get set down on the fucking floor.
Within the paper.
In the
Wasn't on
paper.
towel.
Yeah, in the paper.
He said the paper.
That was the rattling. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's eating a submarine sandwich while he's taking a shit.
Yeah.
100%. 100% that happened.
Gotta be ready.
And also, like, we would go in there and be taking a shower in the 2 shower stalls. Well, there were like 8 shower stalls. There were only 2 that had curtains.
Yeah.
And then, inevitably, you'd be in there taking a hot shower and some asshole would walk in going, woo! And then start flushing all the toilets.
Yeah.
So, the water either went super hot or
I
went
did
ice
both.
cold.
It went super cold and then went super
Okay,
hot.
yeah,
It did
yeah,
both, yeah.
Just about draining the pressure out of the system.
The cold butt combo, that's like eating a shit sandwich. Both are not incorrect. For sure. Let's get into a little dig of the week action. This is going to be a fucking monster.
Dig.
This is going to be a monster.
Digs.
Because I'm telling you, I'm doing everything I got. I'm doing everything I got.
Do it all.
What you got?
Okay, I do have like 6 or 7 records.
Sure, bust them out.
Do you want bust them out?
Yeah,
Okay.
just bust them.
Go ahead, bust it out, bust it loose.
So I need to do.
This is, of course, an Underdog Records dig. We're just gonna roll hard. A little jazz. The Zonkman doesn't
Oh.
always show jazz.
No.
Little Bill. I finally got this. Bill Evans, Jim Hall, Undercurrent.
Oh wow! Look at you.
Now it is a used reissue. I got that thing while he was like pricing it
Yeah.
and like cleaning it and like setting it up on the counter. So there is no sticker with this.
Huh.
This is pre-sticker. He says, "Oh, I was gonna put it at like $6." I was like, sold.
The stall that doesn't go down to the floor is whack. Let a man eat and shit in peace and privacy. Holy shit!
That's aggressive.
It's on the Dole label. Hell yeah! Got some Bill. I don't have this Bill.
Yes.
What you think?
piano
Have you
jazz.
listened to it? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's a little different. I'm gonna have to take some time to digest
Slower.
this
Bill
record.
Evans is slower. Like
Right, I knew it was going to be piano jazz
yeah.
too, but
that's one of those things where, like early on, I remember picking up some Bill Evans records, and like nobody really fucked with Bill Evans solo stuff back in the day, and all of a sudden, the VC was just fucking. Everybody was all about Bill Evans.
hold the show. Stop the show.
Everybody was just talking about Bill Evans left and right, and I'm like, man, this is shit nobody even fucking mentioned back in the day.
Right,
It's solo stuff. Because, I mean, it's lower key,
right.
but I mean, the next wave is going to be Keith Jarrett. People are going to be like, yo, you ever heard Live at
Right.
Cologne, man?
And that was like
Which is
dollar
also-
jazz records.
Which is also a beautiful record, but it's very,
Yeah.
very slow. And I don't know. It was weird how like nobody gave a fuck, and then all of a sudden everybody gave a fuck all at the
yeah.
same time. But yeah, I love it. I love Bill Evans.
I'm not going to say that right off the get. I'm still a jazz novice,
Yeah, I mean it's.
but I'm going to have to digest
I'm a
that
big
little bit.
proponent of like every music and every style has its time and place, and I always say like Sunday morning, throw on some jazz. You're reading the paper. You got the news on. You're checking out a little Meet the Press. Maybe Saved by the Bell reruns are coming on in a little bit. Sure, and Bill Evans on a rainy Sunday morning. That's a fucking vibe right there. But it ain't nothing that's gonna keep the party moving or nothing like that. But not every record has to be that,
Right.
for sure.
That could be the theme of this dig for whatever. This is all VC raved about records.
Yeah.
So,
By the
okay.
way, are you sitting at a piano? No, I wish I was. This is just a regular old desk that people have written shit on.
Writing.
So people write on this desk. Like, right there, somebody wrote AIDS abortion for some reason. And there's other stuff written there. And there's on
Here's kill.
kill.
Kill. It says kill right here on the desk.
There's underneath one of these it says Agent Baby. And I remember it was a joke. It had something to do with Jay, and we laughed for a really long time. But none of us remember what the punchline for Agent Baby was. It's right. It's underneath. It's underneath the mouse pad. It says Agent Baby. Anyway,
Agent Baby.
yeah, I wish I was at a piano, but I wouldn't stop playing the whole time. You guys would be like, "Yeah, I'm not watching the stream. I can't hear fucking chopsticks one more time." Or fucking the one Aphex Twin song I know how to play on piano.
Right.
Avril 14.
So here we go. Another. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Let's go. Avril. What?
Avril 14. The only I can. It's a Aphex Twin song I play on piano.
Oh.
I have a children's piano in my living room. I use it to write music a lot of times. I had it when it's mine from when I was like 3 years old. But I play that bang boom 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 bang boom bang 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 boom bang boom bang boom bang boom bang boom bang boom boom
Bang, bang.
bang boom bang boom. Anyway,
Here's a bang bong bing bong.
yeah,
Isaac Hayes,
Oh.
Black Moses.
racist. No way. Yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely a great R&B soul.
And what a- that cover.
70s.
That cover just says it all right there. That's a man with a fucking plan right there. 100%. Hell yeah. Is
I
that a
like to-
reissue? That shit's fucking
No.
thick. No?
This is
Jesus.
man, it's so tight in here because it's 2 LPs.
That's what she said.
So I don't even know what the like popular or if there was a song on the radio off this album. But we'll say I like messing with Mrs. Zonkman and go, yep. From Never Gonna Give You Up to Chocolate Salty Balls.
Yes.
Same man, Isaac Hayes.
Hell yeah. That's
Chef.
What, chef. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Chef.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's always a funny thing with Mrs. Zonkman.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Raven.
Oh yeah.
How about your little Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde?
Dude.
Everybody must own this record.
Yeah. It's one of the $8. See, that's kind of
Pretty
similar
good.
to mine. I may have gotten mine from a little digging spot, but yeah, I'm not the biggest Dylan fan on the planet, but it's a record that like I'm not gonna say everybody has to have this in their
Right.
collection, but I'm glad it's in mine, even though it's not something I reach for very often.
Right.
I'm also super glad that's in mine. So take that for what it is.
So yeah, this is not. I forget what is the original year on this. 65. So this is a 68. So it's a reissue from a
Yeah.
couple years later. 2i Columbia. Was 65? Would that have been a 6i Columbia or no?
Oh Jesus, what are you doing to me?
Yeah, okay, sorry.
What is this fucking quiz? Hey, read the chapter and there's a quiz afterwards. I don't fucking know.
I like.
Jesus
I like
Christ,
his
dude.
fucking Albert Einstein.
Embarrass
here
me
the
on my own
cover
fucking show? Jesus. What are we doing?
I was, okay, never mind. And then a little Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal,
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
which is basically what playing all Velvet Underground songs.
Yeah, that's awesome. He looks distressed there.
He's got
$5 on
got a-
this? Get out of here.
got a lot of makeup on.
Oh, it's just $8.
Yeah.
VG Plus, $8. Yep.
I love Heroin, man. That's my favorite song. Heroin.
Is that on there?
Yes.
Oh, that's the
He
original.
does a version of it. Yeah, like I said, this is all Velvet Underground songs live.
Dude, I got
Sweet
that one.
Jane, White Light, White Heat, Heroin.
Oh yeah. Are you familiar with that? It's called like some of you guys may know this. And they did this. There was an Italian label that did. They're called like Superstars. That they release different different bands and artists from an era, but like, oh fuck. But there's one that says Lou Reed, but it's him live, but he's playing all Velvet Underground songs.
Oh yeah.
And it's really like raunchy.
Well, Bill told me, he said no song, 2 songs are from Berlin. So it's not all Velvet Underground songs.
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest Velvet Underground person either. Heroin's a great song though.
Oh yeah, it is.
The whole whacked out Andy
Yeah, here we go.
Warhol.
Yeah, Superstar. This is what I'm talking about. You guys know this? It's an Italy import. Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground. But it's like a live show that this Italian label did this.
So it's like technically like an unofficial type deal too, maybe.
But this fucking I love this album because it's so like raunchy. Like the sound quality is like, I mean, shit's fucking feeding back and it gets like loud and proud in there. And I love that. I love that because I you know, that's what I love about Velvet Underground is how it was so like fucking just rough around the edges. And I think when like certain bands like that, when you start polishing them up a little bit, even to do like a studio release or whatever, a lot of it gets kind of lost in translation. That I think is one of the more perfect examples of like raw, fucking loud, overmodulated, feedbacky Velvet Underground, which a lot of people don't realize existed. Met Lou Reed, Dick Wagner on that album, I think. Yeah, you're a Dick Wagner. I met Lou Reed, got a great story out of it, and signed a copy of Loaded. No way! I'm a big fan of his wife as well. Me and Steve Fever from the program, we went and heard Laurie Anderson speak. She did like a spoken word thing and like played some songs and stuff too. It's mostly like her talking, but it was really cool. Absolutely. You can post a link. I don't know if it'll let you, but you can try it. It may keep you from doing it, but if a mod can allow it, if that's possible. I don't know if it's possible.
And this is the last dig of the week I got.
But yeah, I don't mind. I don't care.
New record, Kelly Finnegan.
Oh.
A Lover Was
Irish
Born.
eyes were smiling.
So yeah, I think this actually came out last year in October or something like that. This was in Underdog's recommended
Oh, is that right?
deal.
He put it on his playlist and shit?
I think he did do that,
Okay.
but I might not listen to that. But that's all I had.
What's Kelly Finnegan? What is that?
Coal Mine Records, this whole
Okay.
neo soul R&B
okay.
type stuff.
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, okay.
No,
From the
not at all.
Monophonics
Oh,
is the band.
I do know the Monophonics.
And then that's second full solo. Solo.
Oh, it's a
studio.
he.
Yeah.
Kelly's a he?
Yeah.
All right. Sure it is.
That dude.
Sure. All right. He's got a girl name.
It's by.
If it's middle school, I would be like, dude, you got a fucking girl name, bro.
Everybody loves you when you're by. No, Kelly's one of them either ors.
All right. Moving right along. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but like
The last digs you'll ever have from Underdog.
the last digs I'll ever have an Underdog. Paper sack. I love that too. A nice paper sack. I miss a paper sack. Even at the grosseteria, I miss a paper sack. So I picked up. Oh, fuck. What should I do first? The 45s or the albums? It's going to take me longer to get through the 45s. I may want to do this.
Okay, do the 45s. Yeah, let's see. 45s. 45s. 45s.
Again,
7-inch.
these were all without case. I'm going to have to take these glasses off. And I'm going to put on fucking real glasses. There's no other way around this. Black Market Brass is on Coal Mine. Yeah, Black Market Brass and somebody else.
Delvin Lamar Organ Trio.
Oh,
Surefire Soul Ensemble.
yeah, it's the
Ghost Funk Orchestra.
it was a lady and her band. Del
Funk? I don't know.
No,
Del Funk?
I can't remember. Anyway, these are in no particular order. So, as I was perusing, I was like, I'm going to go to Underdog for the last time. He puts everything online on his site, and went there, and I'm like, man, he ain't got really nothing left. But I want to go. I want to go check it out. You know, at least shake his hand and hang out and whatever. And I remember last week you saying that because he'd said like 10-cent 45s.
Right.
And I was like, okay. But I've been up there, and his 45 section was like yay big. It's like, I know what he had. I'm not interested. Whatever. I mean, you know, I don't
Right,
know.
he had...
Then you were like, no. He pulled stuff out.
Yeah, there was 11. When I was there was 11 boxes. That was probably 145s each.
I think these are the long white boxes.
What is that? Maybe it's only 70.
There was probably 6 to 8 of those today left. And by the end of when I picked them up, I guess today they were nickel.
Okay.
So I ended up getting these 20 45s for a nickel a piece.
Yeah. What's that? $4? What's the math on that? No, 20 times 5. A nickel
A nickel.
Oh, a nickel.
times 20.
Wooly Bully. Sam
is a
Sham and the
dollar.
Pharaohs.
Is $1.
You're not going to meet a bigger Sam Sham and the Pharaohs guy than me. I love Wooly Bully. And B-side is Ain't Gonna Move, didn't own the 45. Fucking A. Right off the rip. We're right out of that fucking gate making fucking power moves. Sweet Soul and Come See About Me, Junior Walker and the All-Stars on the Soul label. Absolutely. Hands down. For a nickel.
I like those purple colors.
For a nickel.
Yeah.
When I see that Soul label like that, I immediately think Junior Walker. Always. My mom said the same exact thing. My mom saw that label and I was like, oh, I got some stuff you probably like. She saw the purple label and she's like, oh, it's Junior Walker. And I'm like, yeah, you're exactly right.
Does your mom have a stereo?
Yeah.
She got a record player?
Yeah, actually. I'm in Love and Stagger Lee. Little Wilson Pickett. One of my dad's favorites. May he rest.
Okay.
My dad turned me on to Wilson Pickett when I was a little gentleman. And didn't own that one. Boom. Direct Me. And Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. Little Otis Redding. Sure. For a nickel? Sure.
I don't think I've ever heard Otis do Papa's Got a Brand New Bag.
Oof.
Right, I always think that's a James Brown deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Use It or Lose It.
we
And
listen to
Smoking
that?
in the Boys' Room.
Can we listen to that off the show?
Absolutely. By Motley Crue.
Molly Crew.
Little Motley Crue 45? Absolutely. For a nickel. I kind of went a little heavy on this. Shotgun. I think I have a copy already. Shotgun and Hot Cha. But I don't have it on this label. I don't think my Shotgun is on this label. From Junior Walker. Oh, it says Soul. Look right there. It's handwritten Soul. Is that a promo
What
copy?
label is that?
Must be a promo copy.
Is the label marked out?
Yeah, but that looks like it still says Soul, but they've like colored it or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, I figured I'd give it away if nothing else. CC Rider and She'll Return It. Eric Burden and the Animals, one of my favorite rock and roll
Sweet.
groups of all time. All these have some like got that kind of like surface wear on it and stuff. I mean, not all of these,
Yeah.
but But I've got lots of 45s that you know,
They
don't look great. And I'm not gonna
look pretty fucking rough.
Yeah, they look rough, but they play like
Usually,
fine.
the 60s ones are a lot tougher. It's not, you got to worry about all the styrene in the
Yeah.
70s and 80s, I guess.
What up, Dave? Tried smoking hash once. Couldn't figure out how to like the corned beef.
I just had a can of corned beef hash earlier this week.
I love a corned beef hash. What an underrated dude.
I
Corned
fry it
beef
up in a
hash.
pan, get it kind of crispy, flip it over, and then eat it with saltine.
Hey, thank you,
crackers.
Tokyo. Thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate you, dude. Probably this is the Hey Jude 45 from the Beatles, but better yet, the B side is Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Again, this is a fucking nickel. Yeah, it's not awesome, but that's not terrible either, for sure.
If it makes music, it's worth a nickel.
How about this? I love this. The Cream. Sunshine of Your Love. The Cream.
Oh.
See that? The Cream.
I don't know the story on that. Is that just from an early on or something?
I don't know. B side is what's it say?
Hell, I don't know.
Swaller? Swabler. SWLABR. But yeah, The Cream. Isn't that cool? Little Rolling Stones. I Can't Get No Satisfaction. London Records. B-side. The Under Assistant West Coast Promotion Man.
That's definitely a deep track, Rolling Stones there.
This one is really cool. Ryan may remember this. We played early on this show. Early on, this Texas band called The Click. And The Click would, my mom had this 45 of The Click doing Superman.
Spell click.
CLIQUE.
Okay.
Now, my mom's 45. Like, everybody thinks, like, REM wrote that fucking song. I am.
Oh, wait a minute.
I am Superman.
It's coming back really strong.
And I know what's happening.
Yeah, the OG, it was a 45?
Yes.
Yes, that your mom
This.
played for.
On White Whale.
That's it?
No. But I
Oh.
think on that 45,
Oh.
the B side is Sugar on Sunday. But this one that I got today, I've never seen The Click again. But this is Sugar on Sunday, and on the other side it says Sugar on Sunday. So I don't know if this is going to be, if that's a misprint and it's going to be Superman on one side or not. I don't know. But
Maybe the label's wrong.
I've never seen it. Right, that's what I'm saying. So it could be Superman again.
Okay, so we got to play that, and we got to play Otis Redding's.
Oh, we gotta play everything. Gotta play everything.
No, we can't play all that.
Yeah, all day, every day. Another Animals.
I've only got one weekend.
Club a Go-Go and Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. Don't let me be misunderstood.
Yeah, I used to listen to that. They played that on 93.1. Remember 93.1? It was you were a 92.3 or a 93.1 guy.
Don't interrupt me.
Sorry.
Oldies 93.
I should have interrupted you.
Oldies 93.
Yeah, no, but you were off key.
Next in line and Rock Island line, Johnny Cash on the fucking Sun label. On Sun. Are you kidding me? Again, for a fucking nickel.
I think I missed that.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Zonkman's went through these, Steve has went through these, and I'm like, what are you guys looking at? You'll like this guy.
You know what?
You'll like this guy.
I will say this. What I'm looking at is like, I got limited space, and this looks terrible. I know it's only a nickel, But
For a nickel, I'm not passing on
actually,
Johnny.
I would honestly pay 25 cents for each of these.
I'm not passing on Johnny Cash on Sun to listen to it one time and then go in there and stick my dick in
I
it.
can
and,
see. All I'm saying is I can see why people passed this over.
No, for a dime, because even a week ago there was a dime.
Think about it. A month ago, this was maybe on display.
He didn't have these out a month
ago. He only had them out a week ago. Okay,
for 10 for $1 last week.
Okay,
This week,
I don't know how anybody missed these.
20 for $1.
This week they're 20 for $1.
I don't know how you missed these.
These were $2 for all of these records.
Now this, honestly, looks like it could just a nice deep clean. A lot of that looks like, if you hold it kind of to the light and move it like this, you can see the grooves are nicely still there. I mean,
Nate says it's a promo copy, mono on one side, stereo on the other. For the click,
oh, the
nice, hell yeah. Wizard says, if you return them, would you get nickel back?
Oh God!
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, how do I ban?
That's
Somebody,
yeah.
Tom,
Why was that not like flagged by the mods or something?
somebody, Tom Wizard out for a couple of minutes.
Get him, Scotty.
Jesus Christ!
How about this?
I was just talking about killing fascists the other night, and I got banned.
A label I love seeing, the Keen label. This is Blue Moon, and Love You the Most of All, Sam Cooke. Love that Keen label. Actually, it looks better on this side.
I gotta be honest. I kind of wish that was like the label was wrong. It wasn't a mono and a stereo, and Superman
Yeah, me
was
too.
on the B side.
Yeah.
Or
little Sam Cooke.
we could go borrow that from your mom and listen to it.
Sure. Actually, speaking of my mom did have this 45, and I think this is already my collection, but this one actually, I mean, you can see some hairline shit, but I think this one's actually, that's not bad shape at all.
It looks fairly shiny.
Yeah, that's not,
Let
hold on.
go, let go.
I don't know,
Let
I
go.
have to show it off first.
Oh, well.
This is the box tops, the letter. I love the fucking letter. I love the box tops. And you guys know, what's his name? Oh, fuck. Now I can't think of his fucking name. Went on to do Big Star. Oh, what's his fucking... Now I've lost...
Spit it out.
No, I've lost his fucking name.
It's not like a Curtis Mayfield or anything.
No.
Oh.
Let me see that.
And he's a producer.
How bad is it?
Oh, what's his name? Alex Chilton. Thank you so much. Yeah, Alex Chilton from the Box Tops.
I thought there was a break in there somewhere.
No, it's not broken.
Oh.
No.
What's wrong with this? It looks a lot better than that Johnny Cash on Sun.
Yeah, I wasn't going to leave it, though.
No, I wasn't going to leave it either.
Don't Knock My Love, Part 1. Don't Knock My Love, Part 2. Another Wilson Pickett.
I'm a big fan of Wilson Pickett.
Oh, yeah. Here's another Junior Walker, Do the Boomerang, and Tune Up on the Soul. Oh, that's the soul that they colored in. That's the other like soul variant label.
Look, that looks like an actual label, and the other one,
Yeah,
it
got ripped.
We're gonna draw it.
No, it got ripped and they colored it in. That's what
it
happened.
got
That's what
ripped.
happened.
Okay,
I didn't realize. I'm not familiar with this version of the soul.
There's a name tag. Somebody's name tag up there.
I know that other purple.
Isn't that a piece of?
Does that say Lynn Murray?
A piece of tape.
Is that Lynn Murray, like from Southern Guilford? No, here's the one I was talking about that you might be interested in, Ryan. Taking a chance.
Not Lynn Murray.
And give the baby anything the baby wants. Little Joe Tex.
Oh, Joe Tex.
On the Dial label.
Man, that same batch of records that I got that first Roberta Flack in, that's like the worst copy you've ever heard, had a Joe Tex record in there as well. And it's almost unlistenable. It's so bad. But it's an amazing fucking record. Like an LP of Joe Tex.
I Want to Hold Your Hand. Saw her standing there. Even though I prefer the Tiffany version, but we won't talk about that. It's not important at this moment. But yeah, I don't know how many. I don't have very many Beatles 45s. The very last one is what is it? Oh, and it's another Box Tops. I did pick up 2 Box Tops. Fields of Clover, and the other one is Choo Choo Train. I wanna run on a choo-choo train.
What was his name? Casey?
Yeah.
Well, no. what
Nice
was-
that.
No, not that guy.
Another box tops. Yeah, 2045s, $2 fucking.
This thing
Jesus
this
Christ.
Thing made a sound.
Um,
This thing made a sound.
some of these, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Books. Check it out.
Check them out. Check all of them out.
I'll do this one first. I mean, I like the name. Let me see if I can think. This is all new stuff. So let me just say.
You got a new stuff. Speaking of, you got a new mouse there. Since I've
It's
been here.
fairly new. It's fairly
I'm
new.
not- is that a vent or? I know it's smooth.
Yeah, give it a.
It's
pull.
light.
Don't click nothing.
It's light. Can you put some weights in there to make it a little heavy? It's a little light for my taste. It doesn't come with any
You'll
extra
come
weights.
around. No way. It's a slider. Look, dude, it's fucking
No, it's nice, but like it's a little light.
accurate as.
I don't even know if it's in my
fuck with
hand.
that thing.
Bought one of those Logitech mouses a year or two back, and it came with
Mies?
like extra weights you could put in it if
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanted to.
It's a Mies.
I didn't put any in, but I guess some people like a heavier mouse. Mine's heavier than that, and I'm also a champion gamer, so you might want
Okay,
to.
this is considered.
take some
Okay,
notes.
this is what I'm figuring out right now. I bought this because of the name. See what the name is?
Kent Brickman,
Brockman.
Kent Brockman.
Kent Brockman from The Simpsons.
Oh no! I thought Ken Brinkman.
No.
I was like, I'd see that and think immediately Ken Brinkman and buy it.
Kent Brockman. Repent
That
your
was the
sins.
reporter guy from
Yeah,
The Simpsons.
yeah. This is a fast hardcore outfit from Germany, no longer active. And this one is from 2003, and it's considered. Hold on.
You know what else you can apply the
on.
label "no longer active" to?
Hardcore and grindcore.
This guy right here. I used to be active, and I'm no longer active.
Hardcore and grindcore is what this is considered.
I barely move.
But
most
look.
days.
$4, and then I got a discount off of that. This was fucking $4.
No, what was with the discount?
It was used, so what was it? 20% off used?
Oh, they doubled it 20, yeah.
Yeah, 20% off used.
20% off $4.
Yeah,
320.
said I'm gonna need about 320. This was one I had no idea before I walked in there today,
What does it sound like?
and I should look this up
Just
so
rock?
I know something about it.
Is this rock?
Yeah, it's a rock record.
Doesn't say anything about what they sound like.
Scotty's gonna like this record. Shane's gonna like this record. If they've never heard of it,
Have these been played yet?
no.
Oh,
I got them today.
so these are for after the show. Well, I mean, after the show program part.
Hang on. There we go. This band, which is also out of Germany, this came out in 2015. It says hip hop, punk, hardcore, indie, new wave, but I don't know what the hardcore is. I mean, the hip hop, that doesn't make sense. Jonathan said he actually put one of these in his collection. The Stops, Nameless Faces. This is a female-fronted punk band that he actually put this on for me in the store. Really good stuff. Dirt Cult Records. Originally came out in 2015. Yeah, he said what I just said. Female-fronted punk band, good stuff. If Jonathan puts on the sticker, if he puts good stuff,
Buy it.
yeah, buy it. This was $8, which then I again got a discount off of that. So, yeah, if you've never heard the Stops,
Now again,
Yeah,
I want to say
you're
as
definitely
far,
gonna like this.
as far as the way he prices records goes,
Right.
Like he could have, and this is not a reflection on the fact that the store is closing tomorrow, because the store is closing because there's good news in his life.
Sure.
But he
Can I tell you about some good news?
he tragically underpriced things he had.
Ah,
I mean, not tragically, but he was very generous when he got something that was good. He was like, "Hey, check this out. This is good," and he's putting it back out there, being like, "Hey, man, I'm making the rent on the store."
No more than that. I felt it. It was palpable. Like early on, he was so afraid that like somebody would be like, "This motherfucker." He put VG on it, and that shit fucking. It sounds like a. He thought people were gonna just dog his ass.
He could have put that online and like waited 6 months and got more money for it, but instead he was like, "Hey, here's a good record."
I think he's always been very conscious and even self-conscious about grading records. He thought people were gonna shit on him.
Well, he would not
if you miss a scratch,
he would not write on that tag and put it in there unless he had listened to it.
So it's almost like whatever
His Donovan records were just ones he hadn't got around to listening to. Is mine.
It's like whatever you were gonna grade it, he would go ahead and then grade it like one level down.
Yep.
Just to be safe, because I don't want to make anybody mad, so I'll do it one underneath that. I feel like that's what he's always done. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah.
It's always like one level under.
Yeah, they always sound better than what they're
100%. Yeah.
And he could have made more money, but he didn't need to.
Yeah.
And that's.
This was something I put on. We talked about this on the show 2-3 weeks ago, maybe.
A tube of 3 weeks.
And I think because there was a reissue that came out, and I'd never seen it before. The OC Rippers. Who was talking about this? Or did Shane post this in the Discord, or did I? Were we talking about it? OC Rippers.
Is that sealed?
They're from New Jersey. Yeah, this is a
new record.
This is a brand new record. This was $15.99, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll buy that. Yeah, that was half price.
Right. Yeah.
So for
$8,
I got that for $8, brand new. The OC Rippers, out of New Jersey. These guys,
Wilmington, North Carolina.
maybe that's what it was.
Wow.
Carl was talking about that.
Oh yeah.
Carl brought that record. That's why we were talking about that. That's exactly why we were talking about that. Did Carl buy it? And brought it up here?
Ruined Records out of Wilmington, North Carolina.
I don't remember exactly.
Fuck.
I want to say I know some of these guys.
But yeah, it's Carl had it. Thank you, Scotty. Yeah, Carl had that. Now,
Oh, I'll put it down here.
yeah, that's what it was.
Can I drop it from this high?
Nope, don't do that.
Should I set it over here?
Nope.
What if I prop it? What if I prop it
Drop it
carefully?
down here.
Prop it carefully.
Propagation.
Prop it.
Prop it. Prop it.
And that's the last dig of the week.
That's the last dig of the week.
Oh.
That's the worst
That
way to
didn't mean
put it.
that's your cue to sit the fuck back down.
For what? For what?
The last dig of the
Oh,
week
shit.
from Underdog ever.
Underdog.
Dude, look.
Oh, you want to pull a
Jenga.
tape? You can Jenga.
We're gonna. Jenga.
I'm gonna Jenga.
Cameraman
is doing a Jenga.
Jenga. There we go. No. You can't turn your back. Don't
I
turn your
have
back to the
turn
camera.
my back in order
No.
to Jenga.
No, don't turn your back to the camera. That's bad.
Hey, I know what's good.
Then it's just like nothing. Then it's just like no visuals.
Okay, well, maybe... I'll
Yeah,
tell you
like
what.
that. Like that. Jenga. 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 This is not ending well. Jenga. Jenga.
It's a lot of movement.
Jenga. A lot of movement. Jenga. Switch. Switch your whistle. Switch it to your whistle.
I'm going...
No, you're not switching your whistle.
I'm already going backwards of what I should do because the
Yeah.
camera...
Well, yeah, you gotta harp it.
Yeah.
You're harping it backwards.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
You're trying to harp it backwards. You're not harping it yet. That's no harp.
What are you gonna do about that gap?
No harp. Oh, that's a big gap. Don't trust it and walk away. Don't be Scotty and trust it and walk away. You gotta make sure.
Whoa,
See?
there's a lot. Whoa,
Top,
look
top.
at that top. Look at the top. Top.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay. All right.
You tell me why I'm putting this on. What I'll scream every time I see it.
Howard?
Leah Thompson!
Ollie Howard?
I'm a big fan of Leah Thompson.
Well, while he's
Yeah.
putting that in, I forgot to show this.
Oh yeah, hold that up.
This is, now you probably think this is Underdog shirt. Underdog Records. How am I on the shot?
Yeah, you're good.
Underdog Records did not do t-shirts ever. Ever. This was a special deal only during the lockdown. Basically somebody who made shirts got with Jonathan to put together just something to do revenue.
Just trying to help out.
Just trying to help out with revenue while they're locked down. So, and then of course the Zonk Man couldn't find his shirt, so he used Mrs. Zonk Man's shirt.
I was gonna say, you ain't fitting into that shit. No shot.
I could put an arm in this shirt.
Put some nails through them to help stabilize.
Yeah, it kind of is at the point now where it seems like it needs that.
You have to kind of stagger the.
I know.
Yeah, the top has to go further in than the bottom.
Yeah.
You're going away too, fat boy.
Excellent album.
Fat boy.
I'm making it bigger.
Fat boy. Fat boy. Oh, we need to. We got to take a break. We're going to come back with a soda speaking chip chat. Zonkman's got some fucking crazy shit for some fucking soda speaking.
Oh yeah.
That's the word around the fucking campfire.
I ain't been around the campfire yet.
Surely. So,
Yeah, you have.
we'll be back in just a minute for. Why is that happening?
Why is this tape so warm?
Why is that
Look
happening?
how warm this is.
That's warm. That's warm. We'll be right back here on Grown Man Record
Whoa,
Night.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Grown Man Record ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Fake bacon?
Mom's sizzling is real meat.
No soy, no fillers?
Sizzling is real meat. A lot more meat to eat in every package because it's 50% leaner than bacon.
Delicious.
Move over, bacon. Now we're something meatier.
Delicious real meat sizzling.
Sizzling for breakfast in original pork or tasty beef.
Sky Commanders, where all the action is above the ground. Each sold separately with a figure, as Battle Track Protector sets his defense.
Battle track locked.
High above, the evil Jackal Raider takes aim.
Sky Commander, head for cover. Launch, Jackal. Miss me, Raider. Rapid deployment. Counterattack. Charge.
Sky Commanders, protectors of the high frontier.
Got him. Yeah.
Battle Track Protector comes with everything seen here. Other vehicles sold separately. New from Kenner.
If you look as broad as this, and you'd rather look as slim as this, try the AIDS Reducing Plan. Delicious tasting AIDS candy contains vitamins and minerals, no drugs. Taken with a hot drink before meals, AIDS helps you curb your appetite. You eat less because you want less, so you lose weight naturally. Thousands of men and women have lost weight on the AIDS Plan. You can too. Why not try AIDS? They work.
How do you know if you're watching Out of Control, the Nickelodeon TV show? It's easy when you remember this helpful guide. An out-of-control car goes... An out-of-control skier goes... But an out-of-control TV show goes... Once again, out-of-control car... Out-of-control skier... Out-of-control show... Out of control. It goes like... Sundays on Nickelodeon.
Nesta. Mom.
Yes, honey?
You know when we were talking yesterday?
Yes, we were.
Do you know about periods?
Yes, what about periods?
Do you have periods?
Yes. All women have periods.
Tell me what happens.
Blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs. Do you have a question, Jill?
Yes, I want to know if Susie has periods.
Susie?
Yes, Mom?
Jill wants to know something. What do you want, Jill?
Susie, do you have periods?
Do I have periods? Jill, all women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days. When I'm on my period, blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs.
Well, Susie, what about my teacher? Does Miss Jones have periods?
Yes, Jill, your teacher, Mrs. Jones, does have periods. All women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Dad.
What have you girls been talking about?
About periods, Daddy. Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure, honey. What is it?
Does Aunt Curl have periods?
Yes, Jill. All women have periods about every 4 weeks.
But, Dad, men don't have periods, do they?
That's right, honey. Men do not. Only women. Blood from inside a woman's body.
Brisket.
What is it?
Howard the dog.
Howard, we keep moving. We're playing musical chairs here.
Yeah. All right, well, so to speak. Do it. Where'd you find your soda sauce?
World Market. Oh, you still got the thingy on.
Yep. That dad is 36. What the fuck?
Yeah, that dad and the period date, that's just wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Period date, period commercial, whatever.
Oh, that's a new dating site. Period date?
I was just going to say leotard.
Who with shit's getting out of hand.
Period date. Somebody write that down.
It's a new, do it as an app.
Yeah.
It's beyond a website now. It's got to be an app. You know. Okay, yeah.
Instead of a swipe, it's a squeegee.
I miss programs.
This is a program.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, they call most things apps. What used to be programs?
Oh.
What's that program's PC?
But then I just recently watched a documentary about how, like, in the early days of the computer, the program would be the operating system, and the app would be what you do with it. So maybe app is more apropos. I don't know.
App is apropos.
I made a rhyme and didn't know about it.
All right, so tell us your soda story. What happened?
Okay, so we were like going to the World Market, you know, and we were like get us. What do you go to the World Market for, man? Snacks.
I was going to say sex, but
oh,
sure.
You're in the market.
Yeah.
One of those buy me girls
for chlamydia.
Oh, order a wife.
No.
She comes from Russia or some shit.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't need a wife.
Oh, she might be more subservient.
Just a fuckhole. But
okay.
Cameraman wants .exe. That's fair. I think that's what you're saying. That's a short form way of what you're saying.
Well,
yeah.
What I'm talking about.
That's a program. .exe. That's a program.
I'm talking about the nomenclature. Versus, .exe nowadays they'd call that an app, right?
Nah. No.
Sure. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah. I think a lot of stuff on Windows still is a .exe.
Oh, sure. Sure. I would still call that a program.
I would too.
Yeah, but I think if you like, hey, but I think if they're saying like, come to the Microsoft Store, download our apps. If you start talking store, it's an app.
If you go to the store,
if you're downloading it straight off of a website,
download an app, you're never looking at a file extension, so you didn't even know what .exe.
Right.
means.
That's why it's an app. But if you're going onto some random website and downloading something, I think you would call it a program.
But we're of a generation where you can go and like grab a file, like
Yeah.
say
I've grabbed my share of
a
files.
.txt, right? It's
Sure.
full of a bunch of random data, and I can
Yeah.
go into that file extension and call it a .xls,
Yeah.
and now open that same block of data in Excel
Yeah.
and have it tabulated. So, like, yeah, nobody knows what a file extension is except me. That's
Yeah.
why I'm in charge of most computers.
Computer man.
I've hurt myself.
What'd you do?
I'm not techie.
No,
Technology doesn't really exist. It's only a figment of your imagination
I
within
like
your
a fig.
perception.
You like a fig Newton? I've
Yeah, hey, no, you know what's better than Fig Newton?
What's that?
Nature's. Fuck, what is the brand name of the fucking? It's
Nature's
the new
Own.
fig. It's the new figs.
Oh yeah.
They are fucking excellent, dude.
Is it like spicy?
They're all the no.
Are they the
They're
spicy one?
traditional fig, and then they do some flavors, just like Fig Newton, but they're like non-GMO.
Yeah, I mean, look, like
pro
whole grain. I'm
vegan.
looking for whole grain.
Yeah, no allergens.
Whole grain.
Anyway,
So how did you stumble across? You went into a so to speak kind of mecca. You fell into some stuff. Tell us about it.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you've got those type of stores where you live at, but you go and they have exotic sodas, and maybe there's some craft sodas, and dude, the chips. It was
Yeah.
like, we got enough chips right now, but I'll be going back for chips.
Okay.
But the sodas seemed kind of weak to me at this particular time. Maybe it's not it's not like summertime where
Yeah, there's-
sodas are at their peak.
Yeah.
We've got all these craft sodas, and then even the big guys do all these different flavors.
Yeah.
But anyway, did find this. There's some more. Didn't have to go to the Asian market
Whoa.
for that.
That's insane. That's insane. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is
Did
that?
not.
What is in this? What is in this? Is this
This
shrimp?
No, it's not.
Is this shrimp? It's just a shrimp.
A shrimp Pepsi.
This is
No,
Peaches.
it is
or
white.
something.
There you go. Hey, ding, ding, ding. White peach.
white peach.
Very good.
A white peach.
Cameraman
There's
nailed
a
it.
Pepsi.
big Asian market right down the road from my neighborhood. I've been in there.
Go easy, because the only thing that's in English is
Oh, I
part
can't
of
read.
that
Gee,
white
look
label
at this fucking. Oh my
that you
god!
need a magnifying glass
Look how
for.
small this fucking.
Yeah. Well, obviously in English it says Pepsi,
Wow!
and that was born. in
Look
the
how
Carolinas,
small
right?
this fucking label is. Oh my god!
I bet
That's
it has
insane.
The pH value.
What up, liver lobes, shrimp, and white wine? You got that right.
It's pH balanced
You
for a
can
woman.
bust that fucking.
Okay, we're
but
gonna
it's
pop
strong
it.
enough
Pop it.
for a man.
Yeah, surely. So your wife's new name is Targus. Targus. Why is it brown?
It's a
Oh,
Pepsi.
it's Pepsi. Okay, fair enough.
And you
All
can
right.
carl it, and then
I smell regular
cameraman
Pepsi.
can carl it.
I don't like Carlin my sodas.
Oh, I smell Pepsi, and I smell the tropical
Wow, that's
fruitation.
Fruitation.
that's what I call a 50-50 soda. That is 50% fucking Pepsi, 50% peach. It's there.
It. Oh, I can't even.
It's there and it's pronounced and it
It smells like Happy Summer. to
it's
me.
busting out of your fucking gourd.
Happy summer.
It really
It
is.
tastes like Happy Summer.
It really is. Impressed with that.
And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm not 100% because I can't read the label,
Yeah,
but
sure.
it's sugar. It's
Oh, yeah.
not freaking high fructose corn
And you know what I
syrup.
love is like that peach flavor. It's that kind of peach flavor that hangs around.
It's high
Oh.
fructose corn syrup and sugar.
Oh.
But that flavor hangs around. I love that peach that I'm a minute after taking a swig and I still taste
I
it.
just want to point out that the only English you can read on this label, you might want to hold this up to the camera, is on a piece of sticker. And there is printed on the can below that sticker, purely
Give
foreign.
me a paper towel, paper towel, paper towel, paper towel, paper towel.
What is this?
Quick, paper
Ew.
towel. I spilled it. I'm stupid. I turned it over.
It stopped moving anyway.
Get it away from your computer real quick.
Oh, this is the first liquid on the pad.
You know what? That pad needed liquid a long time ago to wipe all the cum off of it.
No.
What?
Look at all the cum on the edges where he's been jerking it off to his computer.
No. God.
Did I drop
there you
that
go.
or did you?
No, I did.
Okay. Well, at least I did.
I made a mistake.
I don't like that you dropped it.
I think
know
we're
you don't
good.
like
That's
it.
the fourth
But that-
mistake I've ever made.
Dude,
ever.
that
Do you need another towel?
honestly, that whole thing you could just put it through the washing machine and be fine. And it needs to, you need to do that. It's got a year and a half's worth of skin cells on it.
Mouse pad care with
Yeah, you gotta clean
the
those
cameraman.
things.
Yeah, you can just wash them like in your. Like,
Hey, there's
wash 'em
another
with soap.
C.
That's what I said.
Care with the cameraman.
Damn it.
Do you have like a podcast?
No.
You
Care.
good?
Yeah.
Care with the cameraman.
Smell it. It smells good still. Smells like the soda. Smell it.
No, I don't want.
Thanks for showing your backside.
Smell that.
I'm sure. I'll smell it here. I still taste it.
Need some more?
You can still smell on the tap.
No, I'm good. Don't spill it. Okay. Pour it right on the mic. Bloop, bloop. Why does it sound like the
Yeah.
mic is drowning?
That's terrible. I apologize for that.
Okay, so even though it was a good soda, just
Yeah, I
had
like
a little
that.
faux
I
pas.
like that a
I
lot,
like that.
actually. I was
Yeah.
surprised how much I like that.
And you never know, like stuff coming from a foreign country, like what they're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Right.
You never know. You never know what they're gonna do.
Hand me that can, will you?
No, it's done.
I want to rinse it out.
But you never know what they're gonna do. And it says Pepsi and peach, and you're like, all right, sure, but like, what are you? You're slipping some fucking shrimp in here. They've done that to us before. You're like, oh yeah, it's a barbecue chip, and then like, wait, what's that flavor? Also with sardine. It's like the bottom in like little print. Like, what are you
It
doing?
always has shrimp in it.
Yeah, there's always some seafood element to something they're doing overseas. But anyway,
White peach and seaweed.
Shirley, let's get into
seaweed. Yeah.
let's get a little chip chat action, shall we?
Potato chips, how my mom does do. Potato chips, how my mom does do.
Excesso, calorious. Excesso. There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying. Those are thick. Papas. Look at that. Es delicioso. Ah! Sping City. Set of
Characters and whatnot.
Yeah, that's called Japanese writing.
I don't know that it is. I've never been to Japan.
Bill, is that
I trust you, though. You've been to
Japanesey
Japan.
lemon squeezy.
Bill's box of sound? Never mind.
Hmm?
I'm looking at the wrong column. I thought there was a resubscribe.
Nope.
It was okay. No pickle.
Nope. All right, so you pulled this out of the box again.
Yeah.
Again, another fucking. We're not. It's just not a paid advertisement, and I'm not trying to just fucking overly glaze, but the folks over at Jackson's Chips have been really good to us, and they sent us those free couple of boxes of chips tonight. We're going with it's an avocado oil kettle cooked barbecue. These guys have got it going on over there. I don't need to beat this dead horse.
Well, now
But-
this is a straight chip, not a sweet potato chip.
Last week was a regular one too. We did a regular one last week too.
Oh,
It was
okay.
sea salt and vinegar last week. Oh, I just split it wide the fuck open, but sure. Nice little smell, and I love to see what some of these boutiquier, smaller companies can do with like such an or I don't want to say an overdone flavor like barbecue.
Right.
Everybody's got a barbecue.
Everybody's got a barbecue.
So, I want to see, like, if you're going to do a barbecue, I think you should bring a little something else to the table. What are you going to make it taste like? Like, how are you going to make your barbecue chip different than everybody else's on the fucking planet? So let's see.
All right.
Mm.
Oh, that smells good. Smells sweet.
Got a little hole in it.
Yep.
Smells sweet.
Ooh, it's got a fresh smell to it.
I love. That's funny. They said those are freshest chips in Chip Chat in a long time.
Yeah, probably does. You know what I love about this? And it kind of echoes what we've done when we've done the sweet potato chips that they've had. I felt like they had a ton of flavor on it.
Mm-hmm.
And like the chips were like just loaded with stuff and like really set it off. But when we've done their normal chips, like last week we did the sea salt and malt vinegar, or sea salt and vinegar, and with the barbecue, I think that Jackson's has also shown us that they also know when to kind of like hold their hand a little bit, because these are a little more,
they're subtle
of a chip.
Yeah, I was gonna say mellow.
It's a mellow barbecue.
Very good.
Because you take like a Lay's barbecue and they're just fucking orange, and like we're going downtown on this.
I hate to say this about like
these
a
are
Lay's
not orange,
chip, but by the end of the bag, when it's all just crumbles and flavor, I don't even want it anymore.
But because it's going to make your tongue raw and you're going to be thirsty for 36 hours.
Yeah.
These are not those chips.
Yeah, no, that's
Excuse me.
they're very
They are very good. Excellent. I say you need to make the Jackson's logo part of the chip chat.
I mean, we can work that in at some point, but you know,
it should involve.
You gotta pay to play.
Take the whole
No, you can set them up. Set them up.
Just a sponsorship deal.
Very good.
Yeah.
What up, Snuggler?
Hey, Corky.
The Snuggler.
What you doing, cat?
I love freaking barbecue chips, and these are my
Me
new
too,
favorite
like-
barbecue.
Over the course of my life, barbecue has probably been my go-to chip. Over my whole life. It's probably not my go-to nowadays.
Right.
Necessarily, but if this was my chip that was available, maybe it would be.
My go-to current barbecue chip is Utz Sweet Southern Heat barbecue
Yeah.
chip. But this,
Their Carolina barbecue's good too.
if this was available, I would buy this over that every single time. Because
These are available locally, and you can also go to snackjacksons.com and pick them up.
wait, where are they available locally?
Definitely at Walmart.
Walmart.
Where else?
Yep. Don't know. We've definitely seen them at Walmart here locally.
High V in Iowa.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll drive to Iowa before I go back to Walmart.
Those are RFK Jr.'s favorite brand. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they do use, there's no seed oils. It's all avocado oil.
I did not realize that was like a thing to stay away from.
Yeah, people are super
Like sunflower oil.
passionate about that nowadays.
Avocado's bad?
No.
No, sunflower seed oil.
Seed oil. Just any seed oil.
Flaxseed oil?
All of it.
Peanut oil?
People are allergic to peanuts.
Some people.
Yeah.
Poor souls, man.
But yeah, these are fantastic. If you didn't know, they were a Shark Tank brand.
Right.
I did not know that. Who picked them up?
Zonkman originally picked up Jackson's.
No, I mean, who picked up the brand on Shark Tank?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
There's like 5 different people who pick up brands?
Also, probably a good. That's not a program I watch.
There's that older lady and then that younger lady who are both like, hey, you're a lady, you got a bunch of money, come talk to me.
There's that one dude
Then there's Mark Cuban and
Yeah.
The other guy, the bald guy.
Yeah, that's the guy I kind of want to triangle choke to death.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't care for him.
Hey, if you need a cab ride, man, I'm
Nah.
donating.
I'd, yeah.
I'm also a bald man, though. I don't look like him, do I?
I mean, you could pull it off. You don't look like him, but you could pull it off. You could do a Halloween costume and look like him.
Yeah.
Sure. But I don't think you could look like him.
My God, I forgot Tim Robbins was in this movie.
Howard the Duck.
Oh, there she is, Leah Thompson.
I forgot Tim Robbins was in this movie. Holy shit.
All right. We done our best. We could have did better if we were more prepared.
I think you did an excellent job.
think
appreciate
as
that.
far as being prepared,
Yeah.
you played nothing but underdog records.
Yeah, we did.
Your dig of the week was nothing but underdog records. Your
Yeah.
what we played was nothing but underdog records.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty well prepared.
This was an underdog record special, and we wanted to celebrate one of our favorite spots that's going to be going away and no longer with us in physical form. This sounds like a meta. No, he's no longer going to have a brick and mortar store, but
Right.
It's tough. It's tough scenes to see a store like that you love go away, but God bless him, Godspeed. He'll end up where he needs to be. Yeah, it's all good news. So he'll end up where he needs
Hats off
to
to
be.
Jonathan for sure.
Yeah.
But the dude at work asked me, he's like, "What are you gonna do now?" I think I'm gonna stop collecting records.
Jesus. Oh, Lester will give you anal leakage? That's fake news.
No, it's not.
Now, I used to eat the fuck out of Lester chips.
You also have anal leakage.
Nah,
I
man.
lived here at the time.
No, way before that. Way before that.
I remember Wow chips. They had it
I didn't
bad.
get those in.
Used to spot the couch
Wow.
all the time.
No, that's blood from different circumstances.
I remember that was more of a late. I remember late '90s mainly was the damn.
Blood is not
anal
gray.
leak.
Gray?
Those spots on the couch were gray.
That's matter.
I remember it being Wow.
Matter.
Does that sound good to
Matter.
you? Wow chip. I think those are the ones that said the anal leakage on them. What are the ones you remember saying?
There were Lay's Olestra that were called. Was it Lay's Wow?
Wow sounds familiar.
It may have been. Fever didn't even show up for the Underdog tribute show. Hey, come back!
Shout out to Fever. Yeah.
Come back over to Twitch, and we're gonna play some more some of these records we talked about tonight.
And everybody complained about having to switch platforms every 30 minutes.
Yeah,
That's whack.
And if you have a complaint, I'm gonna refer you to our complaint department.